All right. Good evening and welcome to Riichi, Nomi, New York City's N League. I'm Christy of the Team Queens Mahjong Triad, and I'm very happy and excited to be joined by our Riichi Mahjong streamer and content creator, Yusong.
Hello everyone. Hi Christy. Thank you so much for having me. I am super excited to be doing my first IRL Riichi Mahjong casting today.
Very excited to have you join us. Fan of your commentary as well, so interested to see how that's going to cross over into the live play. So here we are in week 9 of season 3 of N League. So we are officially past the halfway point of our 16-week season.
I'm very happy to be plopped down in media res as the season is going on. But just to in case some people are here for the first time, can I ask a very basic question? If there's any first time people here, what is N League?
So in Japan, there is a Japanese professional Mahjong league, M League for short, and in Nomi League, our N League is inspired by that league. So they also have a team league with, I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 players actually, but they also compete in a similar fashion. So our head of member events, Andres, he's actually playing tonight, wanted to bring that over to us, and so with the help of the club, we created N League. So we have 8 teams of 4 members each, and we're playing a total of 96 hanchan over these 16 weeks.
Oh my
And
goodness.
cumulative scoring, so the scores you get each week add together, and at the end of the season, the top 4 teams will go and play into a final table, and that final table will play 4 hanchan to determine who will be the ultimate champion of season 3.
I can't even mentally focus for like 2 hanchan. This is an incredible feat of both endurance and teamwork and high level play. And speaking of, I wanted to ask because I'm very starstruck because I know the skill level of the players that are playing today, but I wanted to ask so we could share it with everyone here. What are the skill levels of the players here today, both in the game that we're going to be casting and just like in the Nomi League in general?
In Nomi League and also just with Riichi Nomi in general, we're very fortunate that our club hosts many in-person events. So we have in-person events every week. We have monthly online and in-person tournaments. Members also participate in the bigger tournament scene throughout the US and even abroad. I myself have competed in some in-person tournaments here in the States, and multiple of our N League members have also competed in those tournaments or even gone to like Paris or Spain or China, other places to compete.
Yeah, that's amazing. I've played in this room and sometimes in bed with an iPad, and so I think yeah, I'm pretty well traveled myself. But to speak to like to put it into like online ladder terms, I've been bragging about this all week. Like I'm about to commentate 2 Saint level players
Mm-hmm.
and 2 Master level players, which is almost it's like a 4th grader trying to commentate like a college level like Socratic seminar. So I'm very excited about that. And I wanted to ask because it seems like the rules are a little bit different between like how I would usually play online and how you guys play IRL. Like what are the rule changes between this and like online play that most people might be accustomed to?
Yes. So there's usually a little screen that pops up. I'm not sure if they're going to do that for us here for some of the main differences for N League versus, say, ladder play. But one of our
Mhm.
biggest ones is we have a bigger honba. So in typical Riichi Mahjong, you have a 300-point honba. We have a 1,500-point honba. So,
Gotcha.
and then with each repeat, that keeps going up. So as you get more repeats, the pot gets much bigger. We also have open Riichi, wherein you have a Riichi is 2 Han, but you have to show the whole hand and verbally declare your weight.
Yeah.
And the other players are not allowed to intentionally deal into you, so it kind of hamstrings their hand progression at times. That's one of the strategies involved. But it's also a really great tool for chasing another Riichi because if
Yes.
they're in Riichi, they can't do anything but deal in if they draw the right tile, wrong
I'm just
tile.
gonna I hope that we get to see open Riichi tonight because it is genuinely one of the most like baller Akagi, like cold-blooded things that you can do in IRL Mahjong, which is just show your entire hand, call Riichi, and if someone else has called it Riichi before you, they are stuck. There's nothing they can do, and now they're about to deal into a massively valuable hand. Um,
Hmm. There's also two other things that to look out for that
mhm,
may or may not happen tonight. Busting is off, so if a person goes negative, we keep playing. The game doesn't end.
mhm.
Also, agariyame. So in other forms of play, if you get to South 4 and the dealer is in first place, the game would usually end. But for us, the game keeps playing until someone not the dealer wins or it goes to the wall and the dealer is not in tenpai. So
Oh,
if hand
you
does
could
not
play to
repeat, it
kill
just keeps
someone
going.
today. Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely. What is at stake here? I'm so curious because we're in the middle of the season. Obviously, it's not the final table, but there's a lot of teams. You're on a team. Like, what is at stake in this week's session that we're casting?
Well, for N League overall, we are fortunate enough to have a prize pool. Shout out to our sponsors, Riichi City, for helping double our prize pool to $2,000 overall. So first place will get 1,000, second will get 600, third 300, and fourth 100. That does have to be split between all the team members. Um, and so with our standings thus far, the Opie Dopes have been dominating this
Oh,
season. They are just so far ahead.
um,
It's going to
Christy,
be a crazy ride for anyone to catch them at this point, but it's still possible.
Christy, I know the answer to this, but I gotta ask, how is your team doing?
We have not been doing so well. We're at the bottom of the pack. We have almost the exact same score as Opie Dopes, actually, but negative. But we won a lot in season 1 and 2. So if you believe in the conservation of flow, this is our season where Mahjong is a game of give and take. So we're giving this season. We're doing a lot of giving.
It's the training arc. It's the training arc. So usually, like if I was about to step into a hanchan right now in Nomi League, I like online I play to avoid fourth place. But what are the players usually thinking as they like walk into a table? Are they just gunning for first and as a result willing to take more risks?
Yeah, it's definitely going to depend on your overall team placement. So if I was one of the middle tier teams, such as the Sours, the Penguins, um, I would be a little bit more aggressive to try and more solidly confirm their spot in the top 4. If you are the Opie Dopes, you have the luxury of being able to relax a little bit,
Mhm.
not be so aggressive. For teams such as mine, we are going to be hyper aggressive and try and make as many points as we can. Because the other thing about N League rules is we have what's called UMA and OKA, and you can look those up on how that gets calculated. But for instance, one of tonight's players, Kevin of the Dornekos, he got his team up, what was it, like 140 points in one night by
Mhm.
taking 2 very strong firsts. If our team does that consecutively for the next 10 games, we could be up there. We could be competitive.
I believe so hard. Oh my goodness. Another thing that you mentioned before today's stream was that there's also bounties in N League, and can you explain that and if there's anything that we're looking out for today?
Right. So the prize pool I mentioned was our original prize pool. It's actually more than that now because members such as myself or just fans of the league have offered to donate more to the prize pool if certain conditions are met. Think of it like a scavenger hunt. So there's a whole list of these bounties. So such as hitting Nagashi Mangan, getting Sanshoku with all the red fives. One of my bounty is Kansai Chitoi, which is another thing that's unique to N League versus regular ladder play is if you have 7 pairs, but 2 of the pairs are the same pair. So you have 4 copies of the same tile.
Mm,
I'm really hoping somebody gets it, so I'll probably call it out if I ever see the chance. Another person's donating $5 for every win on Tune because that's her favorite tile.
Red Dragon.
So there's a
Nice.
there's a range of bounties,
Yeah.
and they all can be found on our Discord under the Nomi League info channel.
I see. So obviously your team is playing today, but are they're not at the table that we're casting primarily, are they?
No, they're going to be on the second table. So
Okay.
we are going to be doing commentary for table 1, and then there will be a brief intermission, and then there will be a table 2.
Gotcha.
So right it in person in real life. There's a stream table with all of the cameras, and then a second table happening in the same space in person, and the other four teams are playing. And then after the intermission, those players switch tables, and then one will be streamed and the other one will be off stream.
I see. And so occasionally there will be updates from the second table that flash on the first table, and just to give people a heads up. I mean, I'm basically ready to get into the game, and if the players are ready, I'm down whenever. But I want to ask one final question. Are you rooting for anyone of the four players that we are? Is it advantageous for you if someone at the table that we're watching wins today?
Well, we're coming back from being at the bottom of the pack. So the only thing that wouldn't change anything is if Max wins, so Max is in the Opidopes. If Opidopes wins then and tanks the other teams, then it makes them more reachable for my team.
Heck
So
yeah.
if anyone, I might root for Opidopes.
Gotcha.
Because then it would just make things a little easier for our team to catch up.
All right. Well, thank you so much for answering all our questions, and a preemptive thank you because I'm such a noob. I don't even know how to score, so I'll be counting on you for a lot of the calling a lot of the scoring out. But I'm ready to get into the game as soon as the players are. And I'm so freaking hyped to be here. Thanks again for having me.
Excited to have you too. Let's
Right.
see. Are our players ready to go?
And I'm ready. I'm nervous because casting online is a very very different animal than casting IRL. It's hard because the perspective shifts so fast from one hand to another. But hopefully we will be able to, through expert level commentary, be able to guide you through that.
Yes. Let's see if am I supposed to be looking at something somewhere? Okay. Yes, so it looks like our game is starting.
Yes, but
Um,
also I think I'm just watching it on the YouTube stream as it currently stands.
yes, I'm not sure if what we're looking at is supposed to have changed. Um,
But no matter when we get into it, I will be ready. And also shout out to the players for taking waiting for us to explain literally everything.
yes. Okay, so we are in East 1. Andres of the Falcons is our first dealer. And I cannot see the Dora at this moment. It looks like one. I'm gonna say one pin. I'm not sure what you've been
I think it's the
using.
one of circles as well, but
One of
honestly,
circles.
this
Okay, circles.
I'm right
Oh,
at home because even when the Dora is flashing at me in Mahjong Soul, I will obviously miss it 9 times out of 10. So this is right at home for me.
okay. So I did see that Max has a pair of East, and Andres has a pair of Hatsu. So
Mm.
as first dealer, it is nice to have a Yaku pair, so you can call and get a quick hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Build up
Andres
that
with a
bomba.
Yeah, a pair of the green dragons and a red five. Very very easy and fast hand if that first green dragon could just come out. But Quincy also kind of looking interesting. A lot of circle tile shapes, but maybe more so a Riichi Pinfu than a more greedy half flesh in the circle suit. But it is the suit of the Dora, and we could maybe see it veer into that territory if it goes that way.
Yes, but the Hatsu, the green, did come out. Andres pwned it. So as expected. And I think we are hopefully going to get the stream going on our end.
Yeah, absolutely. Apologize. Oh, we're like a few seconds behind the live action, but at least it's the beginning of East One, and we're so there, and we're so there. We can see what's happening now, and it's
There we go.
glorious.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
All right, welcome to the game. It's East One. Nothing so far has happened. The one of circles is the Dora. Cody progressing with what looks like a very, very normal hand, but if I were to be anyone right now, I would be Quincy with one Dora and really strong shapes. Andres has already called the Green Dragon and looking to just win with a very fast and easy Green Dragon Red 5 hand. And that's pretty much the state of the game that we're at right now.
Right. And Andres drew the Dora, but can't really use it. Understandably, tosses it back. But I think that and the one in Quincy's hand are the only ones I saw so far. Oh, that is the God draw.
Really nice.
Next,
Really nice.
next to the Dora.
Oh,
But
Andres and
now,
Tenpai now. Yeah, for the 3 or the 6 of circles. right after the nut draw into a pure straight in the circle suit potentially. So this is might be spicy if Andres can't finish this hand very, very quickly.
Yes, very much so. And I see one 6-pin in Six of Circles in Max's hand, one in Cody's hand, and I know that there's at least one of each in Quincy's hand. Yes, so
What
that's half of those weights are dead now.
Quincy of Team Yakuman has a very interesting decision because you could greed for the pure straight, or just accept these two very, very nice double-sided weights, maybe even a 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku somewhere in this hand as well. So very, very interesting to see where he takes this hand.
Yes, especially because Andres already tossed the Dora. He clearly doesn't need it. He also tossed the 8-pin, so those are possible outs for him if he wanted to fold.
Yeah, keeps the pure straight alive, not just ripping up the 5, 6 of characters like it's nothing. I respect that. I respect that a lot. So, as a player, do you usually pause when someone pauses to think a lot? Like, what's going through your mind? Oh, punished, maybe.
A backfire, but not really because he's already committed to cutting that shape, and he still accepts the form on 4 of characters if he decides to use it.
No, absolutely.
But when a person pauses, yes, I'm definitely thinking about what decisions they're making, and I'm trying to remember, like bookmark in my mind what tile they discard right before and right after that kind of moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still keeping that pure straight alive, and Andres, even though this is the Tenpai waiting room, it's so close to being done. A very easy green dragon and red 5 hand, just waiting for the 3 of circles to come home, but not quite there yet. This 6 of circles from Cody's hand could come out if they draw into a third 5 of circles, so it's not necessarily going to be in there forever, but in the meantime, yeah, it allows Quincy to get rid of a dangerous tile and be one away from Tenpai as well. So a very dangerous situation.
And Andres's pond is also quite mixed. So it'll be interesting to see how they fold around. Oh, and there's another 3-pin. So I think there's only 3 tiles left for Andres.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that 3, 5, 5, 6 shape means that both the 3 and the 6 are more easily usable in that hand. So not sure um that they're gonna come out. Andres might just have to rely on the good old sumo to be able to take this round home. But like you said, a lot of the winning tiles are in other players' hands, which makes things difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the interesting thing to see is if Quincy does complete his Eat Superior straight, if he decides to chase, or he
Hmm.
keeps pushing, depending on what he has in his hand. Oh, but the Sozu are looking very safe, so I think...
Yeah, Bamboo looking very, very safe. I'm obviously I'm not a noob or anything, so I know who the dealer is at this table right now, but just in case anyone doesn't know who the dealer is, Christy, do you know who the dealer is right now?
So Andres is the dealer, so he's marked by
Oh,
having the red circle around his uh,
of course. Of
picture on the
course.
bottom, and then that should move as the dealer changes.
Mhm.
And then the pictures are in seat order. So Andres is east, Max is south, Cody west, Quincy is north
Gotcha,
in this
gotcha.
table
And
orientation. And that'll also
Cody,
help us keep track of the rounds too, although it is also in the top left corner.
absolutely. Thank you so much for the explanation. I feel much less lost. Cody had drew into 4 pairs, but elected to not, it's late into the game. Maybe Chito is not the move right now. But maybe still a Tenpai in the cards. Very, very one tile away from Tenpai as well.
I definitely think that Cody would be folding in this situation, especially since it does
Mm.
seem like Quincy is pushing.
There's the Dora. Oh,
Or
it
again.
passes. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Max is out as well. Max just wants to get to the next hand.
And I'm
Reroll
bookmarking
again.
this. This has now become a core memory for me because I get to finally point to players better than me, being like, "See, players better than me fold all the time." It's just a folding moment.
If you watch the Japanese professional league, M League, those players fold at the drop of a hat. They fold so often. They fold a lot more than they push. If
Yes.
anything, I feel like I might need to fold more than I push sometimes.
So only 3 tiles left in the wall, if I'm understanding correctly?
Yes.
Okay, and now only 1 tile left, so Andres is definitely gonna remain in Tenpai. And there's a
Oh, and
3, but
there's
it's
the last one
yeah.
tile away. Andres could have drawn it.
Oh
But
my
we'll go to the
goodness.
wall. 1,000 from each person. Nobody else is Tenpai. So Andres gets a free 3,000. And now we go into East 1, repeat 1.
Quincy unbothered, looking like that 1,000 points meant nothing, and I respect that. And we immediately go into the East One repeat. So what you were saying before the stream, the big Hanba means that with every repeat counter, it's an extra 1,500 points, whether it comes from Ron or Sumo. So the value is definitely accruing already in this game.
Yes, it is. And as the Honba goes up, you'll see the players become more aggressive and want to have faster hands. Because
Yes.
a Tanyo hand could easily get to a Mongon value with several Honba and Riichi sticks on the board.
Holy
Our
moly.
Dora is 9 of bamboo, 9 so this
Yeah.
round, and Quincy with a Honitsu looking hand for sure. These are good
Definitely.
days.
The half flush with the prevalent wind as well. I would not envy to be any of these other players right now sitting at this table. Andre's not with a bad hand either. A 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 shape with a
Right.
character suit. Yeah.
He's looking like a quick hand, but it would be a Pinfu, Riichi, so not something you can open. When you have big Honba, it is nice when you can open the hand and speed things up that way as well.
Gotcha. Oh,
And another
perfect.
Pinzu.
Perfect. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Two content if I am 2 away from Tenpai, if I'm looking at that correctly.
Two away from Tenpai. Wouldn't be surprised if the Northwind comes out and maybe there's a pawn in the cards, or if the Northwind is the only pair in the hand, probably not. But with a half flush hand, it's definitely possible that Quincy decides to open this one up.
Definitely. He is in Team Yakuman. Oh, wait. I see we have some Table 2 highlights.
We
My teammate Christian with an early lead in East 2.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. It looks
Let's
like he pulled
go.
it off of Kevin, off of the door Nekos.
In the meantime, I'm watching magic happen. Quincy just drew into a pair of the green dragons as well, and it seems like the rich are just getting richer.
Oh
With
my
this
goodness.
hand, like this is still 2 tiles away from
What are
Tenpai, so
these
it's a
draws?
a little awkward, but maybe even like half flush all triplets prevalent when like there's definitely some horrifying things that could happen at this table in East One.
Absolutely. If he gets the Honitsu, Tone, Toy, that's easily. Oh,
And
wait,
there's
yep,
the
there it
open.
is. There's the North.
Wouldn't be surprised if the 9 of circles still keeping that acceptancy for the 5 of circles or the 7 circles, right? With that 4, 6, 8 shape. So 1 tile away from Tenpai with a very, very dangerous looking hand.
Right, and he already had the Yakuhai with the North pawn. So,
Oh,
and there's the Hatsu as well. So
oh my
he
goodness.
has confirmed 1, 2.
Yeah, confirmed Mongon with that. It should be, right?
Yes.
And now waiting for the single tile 5 of circles. Probably a very scary hand to be throwing if you're any of these other players, but that weight could definitely shift around in Cody's hand. Or excuse me, in Quincy's hand. But Cody drawing into like a pretty decent Tanya that can maybe contend with this, especially if you don't have to throw out any scary circle suit tiles to do so.
Yes, it definitely helps that he can accept the circles, the Pinzu, and he doesn't have to drop them to progress his hand.
Yeah, Max picking up a door. I think also
And there's
Ishan 10
another
right
5
now.
pin. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Grabs it, takes it. So I think that's 2 out and 2 in the wall.
Mm-hmm. I think the
Oh,
red
that's an
5.
upgrade to the Rionman there. But as I was saying earlier, Quincy and the Yakumen are buddies with Triad in the bottom of the league at the moment. So I can see a scenario where Quincy greeds for more value if possible. Not necessarily possible with this hand. It's already Mongon.
Yes. It is his first. Is there an all triplets chance? We're watching all the 5s immediately find second homes in other people's hands right now. But if that 2 of circles comes out, could this also be an all triplets hand as well as a half flush?
I think he would go for it.
Oh my goodness. Don't try this at home. Don't even try this on my stream particularly. I'm too big of a coward to do stuff like this. Oh my goodness. And there's the Dora nine of bamboo, but a little bit tricky to use with the hand's current shapes. There's another Dora for Andres.
I don't think he wants it either, though. He doesn't need it.
This is a very, very good one away hand. So many tiles get you into Tenpai. You see Andres struggling because it is wow, ice cold. Oh my goodness. Breaks up the 6-7 to keep the Dora. This is the greed that I'm here for. Holy moly.
He might be worried about what's happening around the table, especially with Quincy being 2 calls open and just Sumogiri, so drawing, discarding repeatedly. That's
Yeah.
definitely a sign that there's something you should be worried about.
Absolutely. And it's much easier, or I guess it's definitely a skill to keep track of sumo giri versus tiles that are coming out from within a player's hand. And Max is drawing, and there's the
Oh, and
Riichi.
there's the Riichi and the deal-in.
Oh,
Unfortunate. It was a good wait.
2 Dora in the hand. I would slam that Riichi button any day of the week, but Quincy gonna pick up that dub there. Holy moly.
So that should have been a 5-han Mongon Ron of Cody by Quincy.
Yeah, for
And
8,000 clean ones.
so, fun fact, this is an almost exact repeat of our week 1 table
Mm-hmm.
with Max, Cody, Quincy, except in that table it was, who was it instead of Andres? I'm blanking right now. But in that historic table, Quincy won N League's very first Yakuman of all
Oh
3
my.
seasons, also off of Cody.
Well, I don't believe in superstition, but I'm nervous to be in Cody's shoes right now. Oh my goodness. We're in East 2. The Dora is the 4 of circles, and I think we saw another half flush looking hand just in this starting hands of what we've seen. Yeah, like this hand could become another half flush in the circle suit if Quincy elects to go for it. All the other hands looking good. Like Andres with a really solid, maybe potentially Riichi Pinfu hand, maybe a
Yes, definitely
Sanshoku
looks like a
sprinkled in
Pinfu
there.
hand.
Mm-hmm.
And Max with a Sanshoku chance in the 4-5-6 shape.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Quincy is committing to the Honitsu yet again.
Yeah.
And especially when it's in the Dora suit.
Absolutely. That's such a strong feeling of going for the half flush and realizing that if you draw the Dora, it is not dangerous for you. You can just keep the Dora and use it to destroy your friends and enemies sitting around you.
Absolutely. I
Unfortunately.
forget what Quincy pawned. Is that?
I think it was the Northwind that was pawned in this hand.
Okay. So not his Sea Wind. So he doesn't have. I have oh wait. Sorry, I had a notification of it. Call from the chat that we are in.
They don't want us to spoil the script that Quincy is gonna definitely win another Yakuman tonight, I'm assuming. Wow,
Okay.
Andres picking up solid tile after solid tile. Yeah, is gonna just confirm the pair of the 6 of characters and try to go for the Pinfu Valley if it's at all possible.
That definitely seems like the best play in my opinion as well.
If you're
There are
Cody here,
people that Cody that split their hands when they sort them, and so sometimes it takes me an extra second to figure out what's going on in the hand.
no, absolutely. If you're Cody here, you have 4 pairs. This could be a nice little cheatoy moment for the table. It could definitely still be 7 pairs, but oh my god, the half flush by
Oh,
Quincy with
there
2
we
Dora is
go.
just disgusting. Oh my god.
Does Andres take the Kanchan? The
Yeah, the single tile wait for the 6 of bamboo.
So he Dama Tempai's on the 6 of bamboo, the 6-0, and 2 of them are in Cody's hand. I don't see them coming out anytime soon. He definitely, it seems like he's waiting for an upgrade, and then we'll probably call Riichi there. And we have another update from table 2. Amy of the Destroyers has progressed to first place, placing my teammate Christian in second, Calvin in third, and Kevin in fourth.
And there's the Riichi from Andres. Single tile wait on the 6 of bamboo. This is a tried and true technique. Wait one turn to see if your hand improves, and if it doesn't, send it anyway. So there's the Riichi. Let's see if Quincy's hand can still somehow progress with this half flush. And okay. Just drawing great tile after great tile.
Yes. So Cody seems like he's out, at least for now, unless his hand progresses to give him enough value worth pushing for. But the thing with the Riichi with the Sumogiri Riichi, so you just discard the tile you just drew, you might be advertising to the table that it's not the best weight. But this table knows that. Well, and he draws it anyway.
Oh my god,
So
it's a skill issue.
Sumo. And just Riichi Sumo. So that's
just Riichi Sumo, yeah.
240 should be 13,700. If I'm remembering that correctly.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this starting hand from Cody. 3 green dragons immediately.
Wow, drawing the Onko.
Yeah,
you
the
love
concealed
to see it
triplet.
as a dealer.
Oh, and it just the tile flow is unstoppable.
Immediate connection to the Dora.
Immediate connection. And this hand is not bad either. Oh my god.
Wow. I want these kinds of hands.
I also do. So you were saying about the Sumogiri Riichi. Oh, the drawing into
the last hand
the triplet of the Prevalo one too. Oh my goodness. These are the demons. Oh my, this is ridiculous. You were saying that it's bad advertisement if it's calling Riichi with the tile that you just drew, that your hand might be bad. I've done that in real life at Riichi Nomi because I did not realize I was in Tenpai. But I'm assuming that the players today are at high enough of a level where that is not going to be happening.
Happen occasionally if you're so focused on something else and you're not paying attention to your hand. But most of these players should know. But some people might also be using it as a trick to make you think that it's a bad weight, but it's actually not.
Oh my, the mind.
And then it's like the Princess Bride, like, but you know that I know that you know. So is it or is it not?
Oh, this is a nice pickup for Max, finishing a single tile weight with that 5, 6, 7. Cody's hand is no slouch either. Maybe 2 tiles away from Tenpai, it seems, with pretty decent shapes as well.
And another Dora to create another Rionman. What a great draw.
I wonder if the 5 of bamboo is going to come out just to confirm that 6 of bamboo pair. And yeah, the pair is confirmed. Not necessarily a guaranteed Tanyo, but definitely a Riichi Pinfu. Andre's picking up some sauce as well. This is Tenpai for the 3 of bamboo. Single tile waiting for the 3 of bamboo. Let's see if the Riichi comes out. It does!
It does. Let's go, Andres. Let's see if you get it. So that would be reaching Nomi. I don't think he had any Dora, right? That would be reaching Nomi.
I don't think he had any Dora in his hand, but we'll definitely.
So you see 3 of them in Cody and Quincy's hands.
Yes.
Oh no, he has Riichi Dora 1. Riichi Dora 1.
Riichi Dora 1. Okay, so not just a Riichi only hand, but single tile waiting on the 3 of bamboo is tough. But it makes other people at the table uncomfortable. This is the power of an early Riichi. You don't know if they have garbage or they actually have the nuts, so it's very difficult. But wow, yeah, just the nut draw from Quincy, progressing the hand at all odds. Okay. Oh.
The scary thing is that this 3, so the 3 of bamboo might come out of Cody's hand if it progresses, because he is dealer. And he's going to want to keep that dealership.
What? Con after the Riichi?
As per the fall cons. There you go.
Why is that 4? No, it's not 4.
Wait. He just con himself 4 more Dora? That is a bounty. That is a bounty. Jersey Mike's bounty is con into 4 more Dora.
The single the 3 of bamboo, it has the scent of death all over it. Oh, well, there's a Riichi 1 Dora into Riichi 1 Dora 5 Dora. Oh my, this is a ridiculous turn of events.
He has a Hane, well, at least Mongon showing on the table.
Yes. And it's terrifying
Cody's
because
definitely out. Because if he has anything else in the hand, it's already at least a Mongon or Hanemon.
Yeah, and
I can understand Cody's pain in that face, where he's just he has to bail.
No, absolutely. This is a very tricky moment because usually you don't know the value in someone's Riichi hand, but when they show when they end up showing four Dora incidentally, then you know this is not a very safe situation to be in right now. So Quincy having to make some tough decisions and still staying in it, but discarding the nine of characters, which feels a lot safer.
The I just feel Cody's pain so much in this moment when you're dealer in last place, you really want to take advantage of your dealership to make it back, and something like that happens right across from you at the table.
Super unfortunate, but the hand Cody's hand still could get there with the closed green dragons. Chasing Riichi might not be the worst thing here, and I believe that they're just one tile away from Tenpai, so definitely not like totally out. And Quincy is not totally out either. Ooh, okay.
Oh, and there's the call from Max, showing at least showing Andres that 1-3 so is dead now. Oh, is this it? I can't tell what he just drew. Oh no, it's
Nine
another
of
9, so
so
9
it
of
doesn't
five.
seem like it. Maybe a pure double
Nah.
C for that if the eight of bamboo can come, but you have to. Oh, and there's the big fold with the green dragons.
Yes. If I know Cody, he's out. I think he's just going to fold. I
That's
don't
so
see him pushing his hand.
That's so interesting because yeah, I guess playing in the same league as all these players, you do like see tendencies of other players. Are there any other like play style quirks that you can say for anyone else at this table?
At this particular table, um, I that's a good question. Andres is the kind to do like what you just saw. Like he's going to
Mhm.
take the con, especially as a member of the fall cons. Um,
That's in their contract, right?
it should be, I believe it is. If Quincy, I think has really good push fold judgment. I don't think he's the type to chase aggressively unless he feels like it's really worth it. Um,
Yeah. Cody's hand could still get back into Tenpai after taking a long road, and Quincy has been unable to draw a bad tile. Actually, just been fed tiles that are still pretty relevant in this situation. And the red five comes out, and we're maybe thinking about opening up a hand for it.
Right. Max is like when I first was introduced to Max, he was introduced to me as one of the best Riichi Mahjong players in America, and he's still
Mm-hmm.
in a different platform. I think the second highest ranked American.
Mm.
Um, and I've played him in many scenarios, including at a tournament in which I will never forget how he fruity 10 Riichi'd to Yakuten himself into a top spot at like the final table of a tournament.
That is unbelievable.
Craziness,
Max
because
is the main
he
character.
sumoed the tile he Riichi'd with.
Oh,
I'm just
Max
looking
is
at
in
him.
Tenpai for the four of bamboo, but the three of bamboo might come out. The five of bamboo. Wow. Okay, yeah, narrowly avoiding the kiss of death there. Holy moly.
Yes, there are people that believe in the power of the three of bamboo, otherwise known as Sanso. And those individuals, I think, will do what Max just did and not cut it. I've definitely been punished by this three of bamboo before.
Listen, if you hand me a robe with the three of bamboo on it, I will happily wear it. And in this case, it's definitely working out. Andres, like if you're sitting on Andres's POV,
Drawing right next to it.
yeah, you don't necessarily know that all the three of bamboos are stuck in other players' hands, and there's kind of a fold on out of there. Um, not being in Tenpai anymore for the four, just getting a little too spicy with the potential discards in this situation.
Well, the sozu or the bamboo in general just do not look very safe at all if you just look across the pond
Mhm.
of everyone's discards.
Oh my god, this is
And
Tenpai if the three of bamboo comes out, right? It's a triple-sided weight 147 in the circle suit if the three of bamboo comes out. But if it does come out, it's gonna be dealing into a Mongon. I can't
definitely
watch.
risking it as dealer.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so
you might
nervous
want to
for
keep the
Cody. He
dealer
just
seat.
dealt into a big hand.
Oh, but two Oradora chance as well. Like it's these chances are hard to come by. And the okay,
And
the
he
nine.
avoids. He dodges.
Takes a
It's
strong
sad.
person to do
It's
that.
sad, but the safe and smart move. Good
Absolutely.
discipline.
That's when the Twitch chat starts flying with why did you fold there? But they don't see you don't know the other people playing aggressively into 4 Dora is not for the faint of heart.
Absolutely, especially when you have all the cameras and the lights, and you know everybody's watching every move. And I
The
believe
3
that's temp high for
it's
Matt.
another temp by this time a double-sided weight, but
And
it's
he
not gonna
says
happen. There's
no.
too much aura around the 3 of bamboo.
Because he also has the 2 Uradora indicators, so if Andres hits and he draws anything else,
Mhm.
value just explodes.
Yes.
So, again, 3,000 to Andres, 1,000 from each player for him being the only temp high.
I'm loving this. I would have dealt in if I was Cody. I love watching these players. Holy moly, just play some great mahjong today. And so 1 Riichi stick and 1 Hanba left over from the night before. 2,500 points free for the taking for whoever can win this hand. So like you were saying earlier, Tanyao hands suddenly accrue a lot of value just by being in this situation.
Yes, and Quincy having the pair of Chun or the Red Dragon is definitely helpful here. Not kind of a Honitsu chance again if he
Mhm.
really wants to push it with the Sozu.
Yeah, a much more difficult half flush than the blessings that he's received before, but it's still
Oh, there's
definitely
the Chun
possible.
really call it.
There's the
And
red
he does.
dragon.
Yep, Yakuhai secured. He can just try and win this hand quickly, grab the Honba and extra Riichi stick.
This is a bold half flush because 4 and 7 floating tiles are totally fine. Like a 1 hand is okay in this situation, but I love the fact that we're going for the half flush on top of this because why not? You have the red dragon, you have enough bamboo, and
There's
the
another
kingdom of
one.
heaven rewards you. Because why wouldn't it?
But Andres also has a fast-looking hand over there, and he has a pair of his seat wind south, and it fills the Ryanman immediately.
Yeah, the Dora might come out, but drawing into a 7-8-9 shape would allow Andres to keep the Dora and maybe even just call Riichi with a pretty strong hand.
And the Falcons would really enjoy that.
Oh wow! A lot of character tiles. Is this ever a try to go for the Itsu, try to go for the pure straight on top, and that potential is still open for Andres's hand.
And I think that's what he is going for with that 5-mon, 5-character pot.
Yeah. So it's very awkward in that situation where the south wind is your pair, but it is also your seat wind. So if you pawn that, you can still get into Tempai. And here's Tempai. Here's
Here's
Tempai. You can either wait for the 8 of characters by cutting the 7, or a double pair wait for the south wind and the 7 of characters, which that's a Zuzzy wait. I'm sorry. South wind could definitely come out after Andres calls the Riichi.
It's kind of a one-for-one trade if you drop 1 Dora and try and get your seat wind, but I think
Yes.
he wants to go for the Suji trap. He cut the 5-mon, hoping somebody will
Wow.
It's not the Itsu he wanted, but it is the trap he set up.
It's maybe the Itsu that we deserve, and that is a beautiful trap. Yeah, the 5 of characters coming out means that Andres is not waiting with a 6-7.
And there's the 8-mon.
There's the 8. Oh, no.
Crazy how this always happens. The draw during the Ipatsu turn.
Avoids Ipatsu. Not cutting the white dragon either.
Yeah, with a table like this, your Suji traps are not going to hit as easily as they might at a different kind of table.
Yeah, they only work on noobs like me during my YouTube videos. So, yeah, it's actually progressing the hand there for Quincy. Could still maybe fight at least to get into Tenpai by the end of the round.
Because Quincy is in first, so he doesn't necessarily need to push, but he is dealer and might want to keep that dealership. Oh, and there's another fill. It might come out in a few turns if his hand keeps progressing.
Oh, Dora discard. Andres also seeing that Southwind discard, maybe, but that's, you can't really say here or there. We're operating with confirmation bias, but that Southwind coming out does sting. If you had taken the double pair weight, Um, but yeah, Quincy can definitely still fight for this hand. Cody's hand not looking super terrible, but it's also difficult to fold in this situation as well.
Yes, I think for him, he could start from the East Winds, or he could start with maybe the nine of bamboo if I was him. The nine, so
Hmm.
it would be Sotoga. It would be behind the eight of bamboo that's early in Andres's discards.
The
Quincy
eight
also
of
deciding the pros and cons of his cuts here.
so you're saying because the eight of bamboo came out early, that like what? Oh, and there's the deal in.
There it is. No Ura. So that will be Riichi,
Only?
Nomi.
Yeah.
Yep, 140 for 1300.
But so what information would come out? Like if an eight comes out early, probably nine of bamboo is looking safe because it's unlikely to come out from a 7-8-8 shape.
Correct. Or if you had that shape, you might keep it longer than that one of your
Mm,
first 2-3 cuts. If
right.
it's one of your first 2-3 cuts, you're thinking it's most likely a floater, not very useful.
Right.
And Andres, we are into South now. Andres has moved up into first place. Quincy second, Max third, and Cody still hanging back in fourth.
Yeah, Andres with a lot of honor tiles starting out. Maybe a faster hand, but doesn't seem that explosive in terms of value. The door is going to be the one of circles. Quincy, this is a stretch to go for the half flush here, but it's not
Ooh.
outside the realm of possibility. Andres with two Dora and a pair of the red fives. This is we gotta. I wish I could get these hands too. This is miraculous. This is such a fast and valuable hand.
Right, with 4 pairs and a pair of Dora, very easily could pivot either 7 pairs Chitoy if he draws another pair, or Pone if he gets the red dragons,
Hmm.
the tune.
But in all of this, Max's hand that we're about to see right now, yeah, it doesn't look that bad either. Could have the pure straight, and Max is locking that in. 1, 2, 3, 1 through 9 in the bamboo suit, making use of that red 5. Gonna be a little bit awkward, like to complete, but if that is, then this is a very high value hand that can also be open. So you can use your the opponent sitting to your left's discards to help you complete that pure straight. And there it is, the 1, 2, 3 completion in the character suit is certainly going to help.
Yeah, Cody's hand, unfortunately, is not the kind of hand you want to be seeing when you're trying to come back from last place. I've been there and felt that so disheartening, but he's just going to keep going and see what draws he gets.
Yeah, it's awkward for Cody because keeping the Dora is your ticket to value, but it's an isolated tile and it's a terminal, making it very, very difficult to use. Andres is going to open up.
He gets his first pawn. So now the table's seeing it's a north pawn, so either he's going for a half flush Honitsu, or he has a different pair that he can pawn. They're going to be thinking about what value does he have that he decided to pawn that north.
Hmm. The red dragon could come out from Quincy's hand if oh, beautiful draw from Andres,
Next.
finishing up that 6-7-8 shape.
Right. So
True.
now if he keeps that though, he's going to need that red dragon pawn to give him his Yaku.
Yes, and this is a very dangerous situation where like it's difficult to
Oh, Christian, let's go. We came back into first. Yes, we are in South 3. We got to hold on for at least one more hand. And then
congrats.
Calvin of the Sours in second place, Amy Destroyer's third, Kevin of the Dorneck goes in fourth.
Mhm.
But these second, third, fourth are really tight in that second table. So that's going to be a very stressful, tense fight over there.
Definitely, especially when it's coming down to South 4. And in the meantime, Max finishing up 2/3 of the pure straight, just waiting on the 7-8-9, still waiting on a pair. Probably would in a perfect society love to keep that red 5 of characters in their hand, not necessarily guaranteed. Um but inching very, very close to Tempai, and Quincy cutting the pair of the green dragons.
Interesting. I guess he decided it was safer to cut those since he knows that he has 2 of them rather than cut the red dragon, the tune that is still a live tile in that it has not been cut yet.
Yes.
Because Cody cut the green, the Hatsu, earlier on. So very unlikely that Andres can use it.
And that's a play that you won't see very often. I love that play, just breaking up the green dragons because of the danger of the red dragon. And Andres progressing the hand one tile away from Tenpai. Would love to get that red dragon and kind of still needs it for this hand to be valid, correct?
That is correct. He will not have a Yaku unless he gets that pawn. But if I know Quincy, he's probably just going to hold on to it and it's just not going to come out. So, but there is still one more somewhere
Yes,
in the wall. If
definitely.
Andres has faith.
I mean, maybe if because Andres has already pawned up the Northwind,
Oh,
maybe
it would have been Tenpai, but
yeah.
but he
Um,
needs he needs the Itsu, so he needs a 789. He needs the straight for
definitely.
his Yaku.
Max had the 567 in his hand and would have loved to keep that for Tenpai as well, but unfortunately, yeah, locking himself into the Itsu means the seven of bamboo needs to come out. Andres not going for the all triplets. Honestly, a responsible decision, just waiting for the red dragon to come home. But Max is in Tenpai for Itsu red 5. Red 5 with that pair pickup of the 5 of characters. Holy moly. The believers
He's waiting on the 7. He's waiting on the 7 of bamboo.
waiting on the 7 of bamboo. Cody with a Riichi throwing the Dora. Single tile waiting on the 7 of bamboo
Also
as well.
on the 7. And Quincy draws the 7 immediately.
Immediately.
Is this the second time he's drawn the demon tile immediately?
Andres says Tenpai if he cuts the 8 of bamboo. Single tile waiting basically for the red dragon.
And he shoves the Dora. Oh, well, wait.
Yeah.
The Dora just got cut right before. And Max sumos. Itsu, Dora 1.
Max taking a long and lonely road through the pure straight in the bamboo, but it just rewarded in the end. Never having lost faith in the red 5 of characters.
1,500, if I'm calculating correctly. I feel like I'm under pressure, and I'm worried I'm not calculating this correctly.
Thank you for doing the hard part. But wow, what a miraculous pure straight hand. Just believing and then being able to keep the red 5 on top of that. That's gotta feel great for Max. Still hanging on strong in this game.
Wow, that just has to be that's the kill play. You know, you could just read the wall and know that it's just gonna
Yes.
come.
And we're sure that none of these players know it's in the wall, right?
Yes, we do. We do a what is it called? A wash shuffle before the
Mhm.
games officially start. No tampering, no tampering with the tiles. Oh, great hand. 2 reds, great shapes. Fast
Yeah.
hand for Andres.
Yeah.
Unnecessary as a person in first place. Cody needs that hand.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. Quincy might be going for the half flush again. But Andres just drawing straight up gas. This is
Oh my
unbelievable.
goodness.
Tanya, red 5, red
Another
5. Riichi on top of that as well. And what is the Dora for this round?
The Dora is 5 pin, the 5 of circles.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Cody is probably gonna commit to the half flush here.
Hmm.
Cody just needs value. He needs to build something.
This is Tenpai waiting for the 6 and the 9 of bamboo. Riichi, red 5, red 5. It's early in the game too. It puts such people in such a difficult spot. And there's
Disgusting.
yeah, just gross.
Riichi, Tanya, Dora. Well, he loses the Tanya if he hits the 9, so.
True. Not confirmed.
But it's at least 3, potentially 4, and then if he gets sumo or great value.
Cody with the 5 of bamboo cut immediately after the Riichi. Do you think that's just because we know that Andres is not waiting with a 3-4 in their hand?
I believe Cody decided it was worth trying it because it's already South 2. He needs to be making moves if he wants to get anywhere in this game.
I see. Not terribly punished either, drawing into that 4-5 shape.
And he deals in on the Takame, the higher value side. So
Oh,
painful. Oh, Cody, so sad. So it was Riichi, Tanya, Dora
Dora,
for the
yeah.
Mongon, 8,000. Cody
Oh.
getting hit by Andres.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, why can't everybody win? Holy moly. So the Dora, the 6 of circles in this round. Cody as the dealer. Now is the moment where Cody has to go out like This has to be offense and offense only, correct? Or what do you think about this position?
Absolutely. He needs to push and push as hard as he can. Unfortunately, this is not the most inspiring high power starting hand.
This is and just Quincy with the pair of the green dragons, making that hand with very easy double-sided shapes as well, making this a very difficult uphill battle.
Now, see, the terrible thing is that Andres started with so many terminals and honors that it would be just the worst crime for him to start cutting in a way that makes it look like he's going for 13 orphans and just
Mm,
triggering Cody. That would be just so terrible. That'd be
you
so terrible.
you mean invoking the fact that Cody has dealt into a 13 orphans at a similar table? Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And he's I think he's going for it. I think he's gonna do it.
Oh wow. The
He has 8
witnessing
and
this.
a pair. I
And there is no 9 terminal initial draw, so you're locked into whatever starting hand that you get.
Oh yes. And
What?
he does another terminal. He is only missing 1 and 9 of characters, the North and the Green Dragon.
The green dragon, a pair of them in Quincy's hand, but 2 of them still very much alive in the wall and a very dangerous position for everyone at this table.
Yeah, what will be interesting to see is who notices Andres's suspicious discards first.
hmm And it doesn't like for right now, it's still within the realm of possibility that Andres is simply going for a half flush in the suit of the Dora, right? Circle tile half flush could be a possibility.
Oh, good fill there. And he
hmm
has a Sanshoku chance for the 5, 6, 7 shape if he decides to go for it.
This is why you're playing an N League and I'm not. Sanshoku blinders have been on since day one. Using the green dragon as the pair would allow them to go for the 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku.
And he decides to confirm that with that, or at least hedge it with
hmm
that 6 of bamboo cut.
Andres
Yeah,
with a nice
Andres,
pickup.
yeah, I believe he's still forging ahead for the 13 orphans. The N League is his brainchild. He would love to contribute another Yakuman for the season, giving us great content. And there's the first green
There's the
dragon,
first green.
Hatsu, and Quincy declines the pawn. I would understand him wanting to just use it as a pair and go for the Sanchoku.
Sanchoku a very sneaky hand. It's harder to tell. You can keep that hand and not even call Riichi, just stay dominant and if Andres is going, full offense with the or having to discard great tiles because you're going for 13 orphans, it might genuinely just be easier to complete the Sanchoku.
Absolutely. And then they are safe tiles to cut later as well, since it's already been once cut by Cody. So if he
Mhm.
decides to fold, he can fold with those. Or if he gets a better pair, if he could confirm Tanya, maybe
Yeah.
it would be a good way to move the hand around.
I
Good
have not given
draw,
up on
Cody.
Cody. Great draw and rejects the 7 pairs. A player after my own heart. There it is. No to 7 pairs in this household. Going for the wider tile acceptancy.
So sad. 7 pairs is one of my favorites. I'm also a twin though, so I'm very heavily biased. Oh, there's 2 9 mons and 2 1 mons in hands that I can see. None have been cut yet, I believe.
Yeah, still a strong dream from Andres's POV for that 13 orphans. Red 5 is a little dangerous, a little awkward, would certainly give anyone a little bit of pause. Do you think if you're Cody right now, you just try to get into Tenpai? Like maybe considering the chi there just to or sorry, Max is coming up, but if you're in Cody's POV, you want to keep the dealer seat. How soon do you start thinking about things like just trying to stay in the dealer seat?
I think you have already decided it before you even became dealer. I mean, especially when you're in last place, you're thinking, I need to capitalize on my dealership. Here, Andres is deciding, does he pivot or does he keep forging ahead?
hmm
Because his tiles are still alive. Oh, and he drops it. Oh, he's going to pivot.
Going into the half flush. Max with a great pickup on that 3 of circles as well. Chi from Cody, maybe as we said, just trying to get into Tenpai before the end of the round so that someone is gonna have to rip this dealer seat from Cody's dead hands if that's the way that they want to play.
Oh, we are final scores. And Christian, he got a first. Yay, let's
Congrats,
go.
congrats.
And
Not a hope is
Seven
lost.
just barely squeaking out a second place with 300 points over Calvin of the Sours and Amy in a very close behind fourth place. That
Mhm.
must have been a stressful table.
Absolutely. Ooh, Quincy picking up a nice pair of the 7 of characters. Could always elect to throw him. Does not seem like the 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku is still a possibility, but rather maybe just a green dragon only hand if you could finagle some safe discards at a time like this.
I feel like the safer cut that he might go for is cutting those green dragons.
True. Absolutely. Maybe even just calculating the chance of a 13 orphans or a devious half flush from Andres's hand, but he knows that because one green dragon is out, it would have to be a single tile wait if this green dragon were to deal him into absolute ruin.
Okay. The other question though is that when Quincy hit Cody for the Yakuma and the 13 orphans, he also had cut terminals and honors from his hand. So Quincy could be thinking about that and remembering that Andres might be having overflow. He might have extra pairs to have cut, and he could
Mm,
still be doing 13 orphans. So I can understand why he kept the green dragons.
absolutely, absolutely. And they don't
However,
know that.
we have the privilege of knowing that that's not
Yeah.
what's happening.
Andres is sitting with a box of mismatched toys right now, but that's okay. In first place, you're just happy to see the game continue if it's gonna continue, and you have a large like supply of safe tiles in these honor and terminal tiles to throw in the late game as well. So I don't see Andres dealing in this hand. Yeah, safe discards with
Yeah.
the white dragon,
And
unless
I
something
we completely
miraculous.
missed Max here with the pair of Dora because we were so focused on Andres over
Ooh,
there. But
yes.
he's definitely moving ahead. I can see him calling Riichi if he gets Tempai.
This would be a very, very late game Riichi, but do you think that do you think that that's something that could be done at this time?
I think Max has the luxury of deciding if he wants to do it or not as a member of the Opie Dopes. He can decide to play however he really wants.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, coming into a game with a defensive privilege must be such a nice feeling.
Because of the teams at the table, the Falcons are in third. So the
Mhm.
Falcons are the team that he would want to disrupt the most.
Andres with the big fold now, just trying to get to the end of this South 3 without making any without making much trouble for themselves.
Right. We only have 10 tiles left to go, so about 2 draws and change per person.
Quincy not gonna push
Quincy
towards
also is
Tenpai.
out. Quincy is
Mm-hmm.
also just abandoning ship.
Let's
But Cody, poor Cody,
I
his
know,
dealership.
trying to get into Tempai. There's a Tempai, so
Oh, let's
it's not the
go, let's
Tempai that we wanted, but it's
go,
the
let's
Tempai that we
go.
deserve.
Yes, this is all he needs. He just needs to keep this dealership, roll again.
Yes, absolutely. Cody has been very, very. We're due for a big hand. We've been so unlucky for this entire game. Definitely due for a big hand. Still could happen that an Under the Sea or Under the River comes out. Doesn't seem very likely at this table with a bunch of great players, but you never know. Doesn't seem like it, and then we're gonna repeat this round.
There we go, there we go. So Cody, at least to get some of his points back. 3,000 as the only person Tenpai on the table. So we add a Homba, no
Yeah.
Riichi sticks.
The big Hanba being worth 1,500 points. I don't want to speak any false hope for anyone listening or watching, but it makes comebacks a lot easier. Wow, what a rip! Oh, a
Wow, wow,
bunch of
wow,
circle
wow,
tiles.
wow.
First
Great,
good hand
great.
of that we've seen in
Is it
Cody's possession.
2 characters, Tumon? Yes, Tumon, 2 characters is our Dora. And Cody has one, but his
Okay.
hand is really fast. Hopefully he can connect to it sooner than
Yeah.
later, because this hand is looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not
even if he,
bad shapes.
let's see, and no Dora here.
Mm-hmm.
Except he has a red 5 and another red 5. Oh, and
Picking
good,
up 8 of
good
bamboo
draw.
is not bad. Yeah, Tanya is definitely a possibility with this hand. Just trying to go out in an all-out offensive to retain this dealer seat and try to make the magic happen for a comeback.
Yeah, a strong early Tanya Pinfu.
Mm-hmm.
I will take it.
Oh
There we
my
go. There we
goodness!
go.
Triple-sided
Draw.
weight in the bamboo suit.
Let's go, Cody. This is what he needs. But when
Waiting
you
for
were talking about
369.
comebacks, there was a infamous game last season in which my
Mhm.
teammate Christian was dealer in South 4 and he was busted negative, but he came back to first place from that spot.
Oh my
Oh, here we
goodness.
go. Ishan 10. A good Ishan 10 with one away with a lot of tile acceptance. Many
Mhm.
paths to Tenpai.
Wow, yeah,
I'm
busting.
manifesting for you, Cody.
So busting, yeah, busting not being a possibility here means that, whoa,
Here
okay,
we
so many
go.
good things are
Here we
happening here,
go.
but it depends on whether or not you want to keep the 2-4 shape, right? Making use of the Dora or trying to keep a really nice shape in the circle suit, I guess.
And also if he decides to confirm one of his pairs.
Yes. Cody thinking I would be too. I do not envy this decision that you have to make. Because if you wanna retain the dealer seat, like going fast here and discarding the value isn't the worst thing that you could do. You still have the red 5, you still have Riichi Pinfu. Electing to throw the 2 of circles ultimately.
We're still in the first row, and I think his fat hand has enough acceptance that he has time to play around with it. And the
Mhm,
per the discards and no calls yet, it definitely doesn't seem like he doesn't have the pressure to
mhm.
go as fast as some of the other hands.
Absolutely. It's
We've
still being
seen.
one away from Tenpai is a great position. Andres kind of cooking with a potential whoa, great pickup there, but a potential 4-5-6 pure double sequence in the hand as well.
Yes, Ipeko, the twin sequences, another one of my favorites because twin vibes. And he gets another chance, and he still decides to shove it back.
Mhm,
Sometimes
mhm.
when a tile comes back to me, I wonder, is this the wall's way of telling me I should reconsider that decision?
Wow. Wow.
Okay, he
Andres
confirms
one
there.
tile away from Tenpai.
So he can take the 4 or the 7.
Max, no fear. Cutting the Dora. There's Tenpai!
Let's
Tanya, red 5
go.
Dora, potential Riichi as well, but you can maybe wait for a better wait or another Dora, but this seems as good as it gets. Damaten!
Let's go. Okay, so he's Tenpai on the 3 mon, 3 of characters.
Okay.
And I wonder if somebody else gets Tenpai and Riichi's, he might chase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is
Or he might just stay Dama.
single tile wait on the 3 of characters. Ooh!
Oh, we draw a 4th copy.
That is interesting. You lose your pair, but oh, this is a difficult decision too. Oh,
He's going to con. Let's get more value. And then he can
okay.
Conky wait on the 2 mon.
Yes, single tile wait on the 2 and immediately draws it
Oh,
back
he
into a
don't
pair.
care.
Well, we're
Don't
gonna see the
care.
Riichi.
I don't know what the new Dora is yet.
Ah,
Yep, we're gonna Riichi. Riichi, Tanyao, Dora 2. Because
this
that
is
closed con gets you a lot of food.
yeah.
Is that
Oh,
5? 5 of bamboo, 5 so?
5 of
And
bamboo
undress
being the new
repair.
Dora, but you give Andres 2 Dora. Let's see if Andres is gonna use that to destroy everyone else at the table. Oh my
Max
goodness.
has one of the new Dora. But Cody now has a double
Red 5
Dora for
Dora.
red 5.
Wow. Yeah, really valuable hand. Really valuable hand. Holy smokes. Very spicy situation. Cody
So
could
Riichi,
actually get back into
Tanyao,
this game.
Dora 3 now.
Mhm. So
So he has
guaranteed
confirmed
Mongon.
Mongon. Mhm.
Mhm. But
That
with
is
2
what you want
chances.
when you are a dealer coming from behind.
Absolutely. 2 chances at
Good
Oradora as well.
con, good con.
Yes. 3 of characters not seen in too many people's hands, right? It's still a decent chance that it comes from the wall.
Right.
1
I
in Quincy's hand.
see only that one.
Yeah, and not a lot in the
Oh,
discards either. There's red 5. And
in
there's a triplet of the
combo of
East Wind. This is Tenpai, single tile waiting for the 3 of bamboo. Is that a valid hand though?
I don't believe so.
Mhm. Yeah, Max just I mean, if you get the 3 of bamboo, you can always sumo, but if it comes out from anyone else's hand, there's nothing unfortunately that you can do at this point.
Right. That would be a little funny if you got Sumo Nomi. I've
This is
seen it
this
happen before.
it's too I can't oh!
And oh my goodness. Well, it's not Nomi because he has the red 5. So Sumo Dora 1, but he has the Anko of Tone, so that's
Somebody get Cody a blanket. Somebody get Cody a blanket and like a nice cup of water. This is
that's so
unfair.
sad. That's so sad.
Oh my goodness. But
So that
Max,
could be 1,500 becomes 1,500, 1,000.
and again, thank you so much for doing the scoring.
And sadly, Cody got hit with the Oyo Kaburi, the higher payment, because he was dealer.
Oh no.
And now
Okay,
we are
Max.
going into all last.
All last, where dreams can come true, where legends can be made, but it's very difficult in this
Oh no,
situation.
it looks like I misscored it. I missed Fu somewhere. Oh, the sumo. I missed the sumo Fu. So it was 240. So it's a good thing our overlay person, Chris, is a better scorer than I am.
Can happen to anyone,
I knew this
folks.
would happen. I knew I would be under pressure under commentary, and then I'm not doing it.
No, thank you so much. I would
I'm
be
sorry,
plugging this.
Captain. I will improve my scoring.
Oh my goodness. So this hand, the Dora tile, I believe is a character suit tile. We're gonna need to see what exactly that is. 4 of characters being the Dora tile. Andres with a pretty clean hand. Maybe Tanya red 5 to start out. If you're Cody in this position, are you genuinely like going for a Yakuman or something? Like, or are you just trying not to bust and just live to the end of the round?
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm the words just came in and just left.
No, it's pretty fair. I'm speaking nonsense mostly, but like, is Cody in this situation like, because you know the risk reward of N League better than I do? Are you supposed to go for a Yakuman, or are you just trying not to bust in this position?
For Cody, it's I think you're trying to not have as bad of a fourth. Like I
Mhm.
unless the hand was really strong and like a really good chance, really good win rate, I don't think I would push it as Cody F if it had passed my
Mhm.
dealership. I think they're confirming the value of the last hand if we had missed a Dora.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I thought Claire was just
Okay.
telling Max that it was kind of mean to sumo on the 3 of bamboo when Cody had a giant hand.
Oh, okay, so they missed the new Dora, the 5. So it was Sumo Dora 2, so for 3 and
Mm.
40, not 2 and 40.
This is why we have people on deck.
One of the bounties is scoring everything correctly on stream, so unfortunately we did not get it that this time. I I feel like I'm partially responsible for not helping with the scoring.
I
I
am
told Chris
so
I would help him,
responsible.
and I'm not
I didn't
succeeding.
I didn't
I
help
feel
you
like I've
at all.
misscored like 3 hands already.
This is a really interesting situation. There was definitely a pure straight in one of these players' hands in the bamboo suit. Cody, unfortunately, not a lot of value. One Dora, but maybe you're just gunning to call Riichi or something. Like, unfortunately, even a direct hit Hanemon doesn't necessarily get you out of last place. So you would need like a monstrous amount of value to be able to shake things up right now.
Yes, absolutely. And it's depending on the hand you open with, it can be
Yes.
very hard to create that value.
Absolutely. Yeah, Max again, blessed by the bamboo, a pure straight chance 1 through 5 with that red 5 again as well. So could see another opening, but it is South 4, so that might affect some decision making.
Okay, so if Cody really, really wanted value, he'd have to do a lot of Yaku stacking.
Yeah,
He'd have to really,
absolutely.
really move things around. But with a oh,
Two,
okay,
three,
that's a
four,
good
Sanshoku.
option. There we go. There we go.
Tanyao on top. If things go
Maybe
the
Jinbu, Sanshoku,
yes.
now with some
9
Dora.
Oradora. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay. And then if you hit
definitely.
Ura, and if somebody else cons and gets you more Dora. Oh, is
Absolutely. Oh,
that's a 5? Yes, that's a shape upgrade. We
yeah.
like to see it.
Fortunately, not Tanya with that pair of the one of bamboos, but can definitely fight with this hand.
Quincy also has a really good shot at second place and maybe even first if he can direct hit Andres.
Hmm. Oh, nice pickup, completing that shape
Oh
in
wait, and
the
he's also dealer, so definitely yes, definitely. So
Quincy
he's
with the
waiting
Riichi.
for Cisco.
Single tile wait, and yet that is absolutely fine in this position. Trying to maybe get Sumo Ipatsu, trying to maybe get some Oradora. Hard to escape third place here, but good to end the game in third.
Yes, unfortunately his weight is dead because there's a pair of them in Andres's hand and good
Uh,
shapes in Max and Cody's, and I don't see them coming out.
hmm.
But at the very least, if he could get it to go to the wall and repeat and go again, he just builds Homba, builds a easier, a lower target for himself to get to second or first.
Yes, absolutely. And and you're right, it's very unlikely to come out from Andres or Max's hand just because these two are sitting in the lead. They have a lead to protect, and they still have a lot of safe tiles in this.
Oh,
What?
I was wrong. Andres deals in.
Caster curse.
So Riichi, Tanyao, Dora,
Riichi, Tanya, Dora. No Aura
Rihon
Dora.
40, 77.
But maybe Andres was thinking, you know what? I can even afford to deal in here, and it's still fine to end the game in first place.
Well, this
Oh,
doesn't
Quincy's
end the
the
game though
dealer.
because Quincy's dealer and we
Ah!
keep going.
Believe anything can happen.
So now, very, very close game
Yes.
for first, second, third.
I expect to see a lot more offense. Yeah, absolutely. Andres with a one hand with that Hamba being 1500 could just eke out a dub with the Tanyao only. Great pickup immediately from the start from Quincy. A little bit awkward with the amount of honors and terminals, but a nice character shape.
Right. But with that amount of honors, I see that more as an opportunity to pair something up for a quick pawn or just room for upgrades.
Mm,
So he can accept a lot. So I don't always think of that as a bad thing.
I see. I see.
Oh, here we go, Manzu. The half flush, the Honitsu vibes are very strong with Quincy today.
Absolutely. And gonna throw out that Westwind maybe thinking that, if we can just get this hand over like a just Riichi Pinfu, like it's maybe enough points to just keep the game going, stay in the lead. And like you were saying, the game does not end even if South 4 the dealer wins. It's only over when someone else wins, correct?
Correct.
Ooh.
I'm seeing commentary about the whatever is in the air for N League this season. OP Dopes are in first yet again.
Oh my goodness.
When they drafted Max, they brought all of the flow to their team this season.
Yeah, it was so cool. I don't know if people have seen it here or not, but there was an entire draft video on Riichi Nomi's YouTube channel, and a lot of the draftable players had a bio, had their skill level, and a really really cool thing to witness if you haven't checked it out yet.
They did also play in person at the Hue, and the captains could watch them while they were making their decisions on who to draft.
I'd be sweating. There's no way I'd be playing sane, sensible mahjong. Max with a
Oh,
pair of
and
the best ones.
Max pairs up his seat when the wall is rewarding him. The wall wants the OPs to succeed. Unfortunately, that's not what Quincy needs.
Yeah, a little bit awkward here. Maybe a Tanya chance getting rid of that 9 of circles eventually in their hand. Upgrading the shape, keeping using the with the continued use of the Dora, the 2 of circles. So it's gotta feel good. Upgrading that 1-2 shape to a 2-4 shape.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Cody again does not seem to have much value. Very sad. I would have loved to see a Yakuman chance for Cody.
Absolutely.
Andres Pones definitely also just wants to get a quick win, get out of here.
We are going speed.
This
Max
is
with some
the
great
run.
pickups.
It's so rigged. It's so rigged. The OPs are just destroying us all.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, pairing up that
Oh,
3 of
there we
characters.
go.
Yeah, and Quincy's 1 away from
Tanya.
Tenpai right now.
There we go. There we go.
Andres, although
What?
having pawned that red dragon, still has a lot of like single tile weights. Very
Oh,
close
and
to
he
Tempai for
went
Max.
on 10. If that West is once cut, so if somebody draws the last and throws the last one, he will get his Yakuhai. The thing Cody does want, if you are in this situation, actually, is you would want the dealer to repeat enough that the Honba
Mhm.
gets big enough that it gives you a solid chance. Because if the dealer keeps winning and somebody else gets low enough, you
Mhm.
have a chance to get out of fourth. That's one
Yes.
thing you could hope for
Absolutely.
as a
Andres is
person.
not going to make it easy though. Progressing the hand, one tile away from Tempai, waiting on a 3 of circles, 8 of circles. Either would be lovely at a time like this. Quincy had a weird, had a rare opportunity there. Sanshoku for monster value, but elects not to go for it. Maybe we don't need it in the dealer seat right now. Kind of
Oh,
rewarded with a
oh,
nice
there we go.
three
There
three
we
four
go.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah, so Quincy has a lot of paths to Tempai now.
Andres with 2 Dora. This hand, I mean, it's more expensive, but is that what you really want when only one Han can get you over the finish line?
Yes, because the overall score does add to the cumulative team score. So a better first is
Mm.
always preferred. But Max gets his Yakuhai, gets his seat wind, and now he can toss the 7-pin for Dora. Or for Tenpai, not Dora. For
Max communicating, leaning back in his chair, communicating to the angels that we can't see, but they're definitely there on this mahjong table today. There's the Tempai. Could end the game here, ending Quincy's reign as dealer. Andres still one tile away
three
from
of them.
Tempai.
Andres had and he can shift to the Champon waiting on 3 month, 6 month.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see at least one 7-mon in Andres's hand, and I believe one in Cody's hand. Yep, he's changes the weight, 3 and 6.
Mm-hmm. Quincy
Now,
with Tempai now.
now Quincy is Tenpai on 4 7-mon. 4 and 7 of the
Oh.
character suit.
What is double Ron? What happens? Is it seat order if 2 people run at the same time? Obviously, that's not what's happening right now, but just in case.
Riichi Nomi believes in double wrong, so you will pay both winners.
No mercy. I love it.
But if for the Homba, it does go in seat order. The
Okay.
person, so if Quincy and they have different weights. But if there was a double round, Quincy would
Mhm.
get the Homba and any Riichi sticks.
I see.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But if I recall correctly, that's what it was supposed to be.
Oh man, Cody just maybe appears straight in the character suit, but the tiles are not cooperating. 3 Dora.
Wow, and he's gonna deal in.
Oh, who wouldn't in that situation? Who would 3 Dora? Oh, and the game goes on. Quincy is not gonna go quietly into the night.
So I do believe that would be Tanyao, just Tanyao. So that would be 1,000 becomes 2,500.
Mm-hmm. Holy smokes.
And we repeat again. So now we have Tomb Homba, 3,000 points on the board.
This is ridiculous because I would do a lot of things if there were like 3 Riichi sticks on the table. I would play way different. So the big Hamba genuinely changes the pacing and the appetite for aggressive play. Just with a few repeats, it suddenly becomes so valuable. Quincy with a decent looking hand, maybe just a Riichi Pinfu. Andres with again, you can get out of jail so quickly here. Actually,
He has a
amazing shapes in
pair
the
of the
hand.
double south, the double
Yeah,
non.
already one tile away from Tenpai with that hand. You would have to use the south winds as your pair, but maybe that's still enough to get you out of this game with the Hanba as well. Uh
Yeah, Cody, unfortunately, he has some pairs, but uh hard to tell like where he can build value with that hand.
yeah, Quincy maybe looking at a 6-7-8 Sanshoku as well. But yeah, this hand from Andres is just wild. Waiting on 2 5 circles or 5-8 of bamboo. Any of those tiles can get into Tenpai. Max with a decent hand as well. A pair of the green dragons and some solid shapes to round things out. So again, could be a very fast Tenpai as well.
I could see Cody trying to 4 Chitoy 7 pairs out of this hand just to like get it some value.
Yeah, so people in
Otherwise,
the
the shapes are not great.
People in the chat are asking, well, Quincy's in first place and he won in South 4 as the dealer. Why is the game not over? Again, the special N League rules, oh, Tempai,
And
but
he hit Senpai.
the game does not end if the dealer wins in first place, like it might in online play. But Andres knows what he has to do, and he's communicating with angels. But yeah, the game is over when someone else takes the dealer seat away.
Right. And so now Andres is putting pressure on the table. He's calling Riichi. But he could not Dama that hand because it's not Pinshu since
Yes.
South is his seat wind.
Yes, waiting on the 5 and the 8 of bamboo. A little bit suspicious. The 8 of bamboo close to the door. Maybe that's going to make people think twice. But Max going into a 7, 8, 9 does not have to just lay this hand down.
Right. He locks in that 8 of bamboo, the 8 so that's not going anywhere anytime soon. And more reason for Cody to try and maybe hedge a Chitoy 7 pair hand out of this.
Yes. Absolutely.
If he can keep dodging a deal in, I can see a path for him.
I love how bold this is. 6 of circles.
Oh, and there's another pair. See, Chitoy hand. 4 pairs.
Chitoy might be what we need to get out of this situation. Yeah, Quincy folding.
And then he revives the 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku chance.
Absolutely. 5 of characters, not necessarily what we're looking for, and a dangerous tile to get rid of, making things a little bit awkward. Could be the kiss of death from Max's hand.
Yes, but Max wants just that quick, if he could pawn the Yakuhai, pawn 10, and just get a quick, fast hand, get to his first place, end the game.
Wow.
And it passes.
What does Max know that we don't know? That is, I mean, I guess you're really unhappy to see Andres take the win here. And so, because there are safe tiles in that hand, like Green Dragon is arguably safe to if you want to fold, but I love the aggression that we're seeing from like a cracked Mahjong player.
Because the other thing is, as the Opis, they have the room to explore.
Tempai! There's the Riichi!
Is it going to open?
Not going to be the open Riichi.
Okay. So, Shonpon, Suso, Hatsu.
Yes, 3 of bamboo and the, you live by the 3 of bamboo, die by the 3 of bamboo.
Because for Max, if he pushes here and he falls to 3rd, it really doesn't change much for his team. So he doesn't have the stress as the other players on the table.
You're playing with house money at this point. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so Sozu is unsafe around the table.
Cody is just in a really rough spot in playing this hand. I think your only real option is defense at this point, so far away from Tempai. Maybe just, there's value, but like it's a little too late.
Because this would be Chitoy Dora 2 if he pushes it.
4 Han, 5 Han with a Riichi, 2 Han with Uradora, 1 more
Han
with
opens, then it's 6. It's a Hanuman.
That's so true. Oh my goodness. 3 of bamboo!
There it is.
There's the deal in. And is that one?
And an Ura.
Oh my goodness. Not dealing in with the green dragon, but getting the Oradora anyway for an extra Han.
So Riichi, Dora, Ura. Should be 8 and 350.
I'm sitting like a toddler waiting for the astrophysicists to finish their scoring formula.
I believe that's 6,400 becomes 9,400. But I've been misscoring all over the place this evening. Is the Anko of the 1 pin is 8, 10, 12, 50. Yeah, that should be 350.
definitely enough for first place. Like in addition to those Riichi sticks as well.
Oh, oh wait, plus oh with the Riichi sticks. Okay, that's where the 5 came from. Okay, I scored that one right this time.
Let's go. Let's go. Holy
Oh,
smokes.
so stressful.
Thank
I
you
feel
for
like it's
giving me this
also
story.
harder when I'm just like glimpsing the hand and like trying to remember what all the shapes are.
Yes, absolutely. Not a very easy job at all. I was given the easy job of just yammering into the microphone, doing algebra. Thank you so much, Christy, for doing the heavy lifting.
Of course. I mean, huge props to our overlay person who is Chris, actually the captain of the OP Dubs tonight. So he actually got to see his teammate get the first.
Yeah, that's got to feel
Um,
great as Max coming up with the first in all last like that. Very very spicy situation. I genuinely feel bad. The one hand that Cody had that was brimming with value was killed by a sumo only. This is there's no justice in this world.
It's so that hurts so much, and I've been there and I felt that it's so heartbreaking, especially when your dealership passes and then you're late in the rotation for your second dealership, and it's just so. Uh, I was really rooting for him, really wanted that comeback for him. But I do recall I have been reminded that I did mention that if anyone were to win this table, it would be the best for in the interest of Team Triad for it
Yeah.
to be the Opie Dubs, and here we are. Here we
Congrats. I
are.
believe congrats are a bittersweet congratulations are in order. Did you have a favorite hand or moment from that game? I love that we got to witness Andres conning into 4 Dora. That was
I was going to
amazing.
say the same thing, actually. Actually, yes, that we hit that bounty of the con into for Nudora.
Yeah, that was incredible. Holy smokes. And so this probably doesn't mean much. Like you were saying, the Opie Dubs have just been on a tear this entire season. Does this have any other implications for the league and its standings as it currently exists?
Right. So the Penguins really needed a big play in this table and also in the next few tables because they're sitting at a semi-close-ish 5th place. They're just outside the top 4. So they
Hmm.
really need to be making some moves to get themselves into and confirm their spot in the top 4. Falcons is sitting pretty in 3rd, and that hasn't really changed with this result. Team Yakumen also similar to Triads just needs a lot of big movement. But Quincy was working on it. He was doing what I described earlier with trying to get those repeats in your
Yes.
dealership, try and build that value.
Very impressive dealer run in South 4. If people are hyped up and they want to watch more, how do they do so and how frequently do N League games occur?
Right. So our N League games are almost every Friday. All of these games are hosted at a person's apartment, so they are understandably not always available. So we do, and also in terms of holidays or other big events happening in the mahjong scene, we might skip certain weeks. But if you go to our Riichi Nomi YouTube channel, you'll see the recorded live streams of all of the season thus far, as well as the past 2 seasons. And then if you want to see what's coming up next, our upcoming calendars are posted on our Nomi League info channel in the Discord.
Gotcha. And they all have commentary from pretty good mahjong players as well. So not only is it very entertaining, but it's also a great educational resource if people are wanting to learn more or just observing like IRL play. Speaking of IRL mahjong, if people are around New York City and they want to come play Riichi mahjong, how do they find that info? Where should they go?
We are posting about our online meetups or in-person meetups on all of our social media platforms, as well as on our Discord. But right now we're meeting every Sunday at the Hue, which is on Lexington and 53rd, and we're playing basically all day around noon, 1 o'clock ish, whenever people get around, get settled, and then we play until we basically get kicked out. The venue's closing.
I can personally
And as
vouch.
long as they're happy to have us there, we will keep playing there.
Absolutely. I can personally vouch. It's an incredibly fun meetup. It's free, which is amazing, and it's a gorgeous venue. And even if you don't know how to play Riichi Mahjong, there will be teaching tables, and I encourage you sincerely to check it out. How can people support Riichi Nomi if they're not in New York City or just they want to throw their support in general?
We have merch. We have a Square site. If you go to our Riichi Nomi website, I believe that's linked there. If not, you can find the information on our Discord. You can support us by joining the Discord, being a fan, interacting with our channels, following our different socials, watching our live streams, commenting like you did today. All of that helps our club.
Their TikTok game is also incredible. If you're also on TikTok, I can vouch. That's pretty much it from me today. I just wanted to say like thank you so much. There's gonna be another Hanchan coming after this. The stream is not over, but that's
It's not
it
over.
for
We
me
still have the
today.
second table.
There's still gonna be a lot. I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna take off this suit because I am roasting in my room under the lights. But Christy, thank you so much for commentating with me. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you for doing the heavy lifting with the scoring, and thank you to Riichi Nomi for having me and my community so lovingly on this channel. I can genuinely say like this is such a kind group of people, and the passion and the joy for Riichi Mahjong is very infectious. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for collaborating with us, doing commentary with us. It's definitely the highest viewership we've had for one of our live streams, I think, ever. So we're super excited. And hopefully a lot of you that joined us for the first time today keep coming back for more. Go back, watch our recorded live streams. Yeah. Hopefully this will happen again sometime. We do more collabs.
Would love to come back and do it again. And with that, like feel free to play me out whenever, but had an incredible time and thank you so much.
And I will still be here. I will continue doing commentary for the next Hanchan. Although Yusong unfortunately cannot stay with us for the whole time, my twin sister Davina will be joining us instead for game 2.
There needs to be 7 pairs. It's written in the stars.
Please, I need it. My Kansai Chitoy bounty still has not hit yet. Someone please.
Oh my goodness. All right. Bye everyone.
Intermission time. Normally, I think we do a run through a cycle of our standings, our rules, so you can read up on any of the things I did not mention. Oh, here we go. Davina, we are on. I cannot hear you. Are you still muted?
Hello. I was muted that whole time so that I didn't accidentally make sound on stream, and then I forgot to turn it back on. So hi.
So, as I mentioned before, I'm now joined by my twin sister Davina, who actually this direction. Davina is actually the one that taught me Riichi Mahjong. We started by playing Filipino Mahjong growing up, and during lockdown, we had friends that wanted to learn Riichi, and we've always also wanted to know Riichi after watching Saki, Akagi, etc. And Davina's the one that figured that all out for us. Without her, I would not be here today.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of games and mahjong in particular, but after learning there were different versions of mahjong, I was so interested, and I had a friend in college teach me the Chinese rules. And so that's how I knew that there was at least Filipino and then Chinese. And then we watched Saki, and I was like, oh, there's Japanese rules. What makes them different? And I knew that American Mahjong existed. So I kind of went down this little rabbit hole and learned at least the basic rules for all these different types. And then yeah, like Christy said, in the pandemic, we had friends asking to learn, and I was like, that's just such a great idea to make the pandemic fly by. And I ended up teaching so many people. I made a PDF doc and everything. And that was a lot of fun. And then funnily now, even though I taught Christy Riichi Mahjong, she's now the one who plays competitively and is so good at it. She's still going to be the one doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the scoring. I still don't quite know how to do that part, so I'll just be here for all of our Riichi basic friends, having fun watching from that level of understanding. So we're gonna have fun doing that.
Yes. So hopefully I'm not so flustered this time, and I don't mess up my food counting. We'll see. Fortunately, other people can also score, but we will have fun. I'm very excited for us for this hanchan, and especially because my teammate Christian is playing, coming back from a first, the first in a long time for us.
And then now that both of us are on stream, we can manifest the Ipeco and the Chi toys for us.
Or even Rion Peiko. I don't know if that's been hit yet in League. At least not this season that I can recall.
Which one is Rion Peiko for all of us fellow basics here that might not know what that term means?
So that's when you have the twin sequences, the Ipeiko twice. So it's basically like 7 pairs, but
That's
a
super
special
cool.
one. So once again, thank you Riichi City for our sponsorship. Thank you Yusong again for doing commentary with us for Hanchan 1. Here's a review of the rules with emphasis on things that you might not be familiar with if you only really play online or ladder. We have the Open Riichi, we have the Kiriage Mangan, Kansai Chitoi, yeah, Agariyame rules. So we are waiting to see when everybody is ready and set to go for Hanchan 2. But since we are cycling through our thing here, I might just mute for a second so I can take a drink and not sound awkward on the microphone.
Well, it was super fun watching that first Hanchan with Yusong. For all of our friends who are from the Riichi Nomi side of things and might not have seen Yusong's content before, please check out his YouTube. Please check out his Twitch channel. It's always a fun, entertaining time. And I think it's super accessible no matter what your level of Riichi is. He's super fun to watch. And we're so happy that he was able to come and commentate for the last Hanchan. It was so much fun. I'm so excited to commentate with Christy. I've been watching the Riichi Nomi League since last season, and I'm so excited to be a part of all of this. I really love all of the team names and the mascots. We love puns in this house, and I love all of the
Yes,
references.
sure.
I also love all of the strong theming. I love that the Dora Nekos, who will be in our next Hanchan, all of their team profile pics have them wearing just these gorgeous cat ears. Love the vibes. They have such great team swag. Each week I see them on stream. I
Yes,
also
the
am
hoodies
big
were so cute. I
with
almost wish I was one of them so I could have one. I have 2 cats myself. I love cats. It's so cute.
But we managed to let the Opie Dopes are named after one of the team members' dogs, Opie, and I love that team just because dogs. Love dogs, and just love how we have so many cool. There's a penguin team, got lots of animals here in League.
Right. And let me see. So let me see what's happening with the standings after the first game. So the Yakuman have actually moved up just a tad. They are now 6th place instead of their former 7th place. The
It's
rest
not over till it's over.
exactly. They're inching their way up. Or rather, I feel as if since Amy got that sad 4th, that's why they dropped down a little bit. But otherwise, the standings still remain the same. Opie Job's in a strong 1st, Dorneko's 2nd, Falcon's 3rd, Sour's 4th, Penguin's 5th, Yakumen, Destroyers, and Triad. However, as I mentioned before, if we can just keep getting first, Triad has a chance, especially with the 3010 Okauma. So a first gives you a lot of bang for your buck. So I will
Well, the
definitely be
Falcons.
hoping Christian can do a back-to-back.
The Falcons managed to get their con into Fordora, so how about we just manifest just a big dragon's hand for the Triad?
Daisangen, let's go. The next Yakuman of N League, that would be amazing. I would love to see it. Oh, here we go. Looks like we are seated, getting ready This is
And
Kevin,
speaking
otherwise
of
known as
those
Gringo.
amazing Dora Neko hoodies, Kevin seems to be rocking one right now.
Okay, so Kevin is our first dealer. Amy is in South, Christian in West seat, and Calvin in the North seat.
We've got 9 pin for our Dora, and Kevin already has one, which
that
is
an Onko?
great for them.
Oh, and we are flipping through the cameras. Yes, 9 pin is Dora. Oh, okay, and a pair there. Not exactly the pair you want, because you would rather connect get the 8 pin and confirm your shape. Oh, but we have the pair of 8 pin in Amy's hand, so that shape's going to be hard for Kevin to fill. Oh, Christian with a pair of tone. That's nice.
And one Dora of the 9 pin. Seems like those are the only 2 9 pins out so far.
Okay, but I do see that Kevin Springo cut the tone first. Oh, and then we draw it anyway. I was concerned he wasn't going to get the Onko, but there we go.
Get some value for the triad.
Yes, please, please. The wall owes us some. It's been so cruel this whole season.
And I see that we have General Amy of the Destroyers on the table. All the way out here on the West Coast, I have heard tales of her mahjong prowess. I know the team isn't quite doing as well this season, but I heard that they did really well last season.
Yes, they won the whole thing last season. The Destroyers came out on top. And especially
So I guess
after
the
getting the
conservation of
fourth
flow
in
is
the
strong here.
right. So since Amy got the fourth in hanchan, the first table this game, she's definitely going to want a better showing this time around. But Christian with pretty good shapes, he just needs he has a few floaters that need some connecting tiles. And Kevin expands that 3-4. Does not
It
want
seemed
it.
like that first hanchan for this table was pretty competitive. Seems like they had some really close scores.
You mean the one that just played?
These players on their last table had some really close scores.
Yes. That must have been very stressful. Oh, we have a pair here. And
So when you come back from a really close table like that, how do you prepare to go into the next hanchan?
ideally you can try to clear your mind and reset because, every table is a new thing, every hand is a new hand. But you try not to let things shake your psyche too much. Oh, but Amy is Tenpai for a 3-6 pin. Missed that somehow. Okay, so Christian going for the Honitsu and the Manzu suit.
Calvin has 2 of the 6 pin.
Oh, that is a haircut for Calvin. This is the first time I've seen him since the haircut. So what are we doing here? Okay, he starts with the one, so I don't see many of Amy's weight so far. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like it was only the 2 6 pin in Calvin's hand, so the rest of them are still live in the wall. That's a lot of her weight still out there.
absolutely. That is really good for Amy. Definitely how she wants to start this table, if she can get it. Kevin, unfortunately, has not gotten any upgrades in the past few draws that I've seen. Christian, that's safe.
Oh, there's another. He's got an Anko of the 6 pin now.
Okay. This might be Tenpai. If he cuts, yes, if he cuts the 4, so he would be waiting on the 2 on the well, I don't think he would. Is he gonna take? Okay, he's gonna take it. So it's 2 pin, 3 pin. Riichi door 1.
I always get scared to keep so many tiles of the same suit because trying to keep track of all the different variations. Oh, and the sumo.
So we have a sumo on Chun. Was it just Chun? I can't tell. Oh, Chun Dora. So should be 1,000 all as dealer.
plus Riichi stick.
I hope I got that right. I'm feeling so bad that
It looks like 7. Yeah, 7
oh, she was
of
not dealer, so
bamboo is Dora.
1,500. She wasn't dealer yet, so 1,500. That's right.
Oh, Amy has a pair of Dora just right off the bat.
Right.
We
It
have
is a
another
good shape
Dora
with
in Christian's
the
hand.
Rionmen, the 7/8. So it'll be interesting to see if she keeps that or if she decides to confirm the pair and drop the 8. So Calvin with an Onko of his seat wind.
How
Oh,
many
there we
honor
go.
tiles do you usually have in your hand before you decide to go for Kokushi?
For me, I'm more conservative. I don't push it as much as the next person. I think I would wait till I have like 10 or even maybe 9 in a pair if the other tiles are just bad shapes. But if anything, I'm not as strong of a Kokushi believer. I know there's other players that might push it even if they only have 7.
That's not what Christian needs. Let's see.
Right. Christian's hand's looking not so fast. I think it's looking like Amy and Calvin have the strongest hands this go around. Yep.
If you feel
Oh,
like
here's the
your
pair.
hand is really slow, at what point do you decide to just play defensively versus try to make it into something?
I think I'm very. It depends on what the other people around the table are doing. As my teammate Eric would say, I'm reactionary. So that's why it's going to be a lot of depends when you ask those kinds of questions for me. Okay, red 5, we like that. We like that pickup. Unfortunately, it's not connected to anything in the hand.
Calvin pairs up his red 5.
Oh, a good fill. Confirms use of the Dora for Kevin. And Amy is just waiting for a Tumon. We have a pair. Oh, East 2 in table 2. And Max with a lead. Looks like he got 1,000 just to start things off over there.
Opie just intimidating that table just from the get-go. Just gonna try and run away with it again.
It would just be par for the course. Oh, that's also a good fill. So now Kevin is at 2 Shanten? And Christian's just cutting that block. Oh,
Okay.
another good fill for Calvin. So now he has a good Ishanten there. Everyone except my teammate. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Good, good. You complete that block. Let's progress. Keep going, Christian. Okay, now it's just going to be a race to Tenpai. And we'll see who gets there first.
With all of these competitive games, I'm always impressed by the mental fortitude involved in playing IRL Mahjong. At least when you're playing online, you can kind of just sort of take a break or maybe not play another hand for a while, but here you just got to keep going.
Yes, that's definitely something that you need to practice because I'm not a person that's used to sitting still for that long, and it can definitely be hard to stay focused, especially for these players. This is the second game. And like you mentioned earlier, trying to forget whatever pain happened to you in the last hanchan. Okay, so we're going to keep the pair because we want to keep the red 5 acceptance. And Calvin could take 2, 5, 6 mon, 2, 4 for Tenpai. These hands go so fast sometimes. Let's see.
I think we both just said let's see.
Oh, okay, he has Tenpai here. So if he reaches on the 2-pin, waiting on 4-7 Mon. For Riichi Sha Dora 1.
Okay, that's a connection.
And that is one of Calvin's outs. This happens all the time. You Riichi, someone's gonna draw your tile. But if
That
we
doesn't
look,
seem like one that he would throw, though. I don't think that's dangerous for Kevin.
yeah, unfortunately, Kevin doesn't have any Genbutsu, so I can understand him taking his time to really think through that decision. Oh, a Ryeonman upgrade there. Christian going with the Genbutsu. Also Genbutsu. Safe.
So
The
what's
thing is,
Genbutsu?
so Genbutsu is a safe tile. So if it's in the person's discards or it's been discarded after they recheat, it's absolutely safe.
I think I'm still getting used to looking at other people's discards. I feel like I'm so absorbed in my own hand that I'm still getting used to checking out what other people are doing.
Right. That's definitely like you figure out your own hand first before you start trying to integrate information. But if you can pay attention, it tells you a lot. Mahjong is an information game. Plus
Some of
this
these
one
discards still look like they have a mix of tiles from different suits. Like how many tiles of a certain suit helps you figure out what someone probably has?
I don't think it's necessarily like how many of them there are as much as it is like what they are, what order they were cut in, if they were cut from the hand. Amy has a Tenpai here if she cuts the 3-mon and it passes. So she can chase and she's dealer, so I can, and if she damas, she would only have value if she hits the 9, so for the Ipeiko. So I think she might be deciding if she wants to chase closed, chase open.
There's the Riichi.
Okay, so she's gonna Riichi close, with an Ipeiko chance, waiting 6-9 so.
Personally, I'm going to hope for the Ipeiko, but that's just me.
Me too.
Okay.
Except for the fact I do like the Ipeiko, but oh, there we go. So
Ooh,
Riichi
there's it.
Ipatsu,
There it
on the
is.
top of May 9 so Dora. Is this a Hanemon? Or did she hit Baimon? I can't see what the Ura tile is.
No, she didn't get Ura.
So Riichi Ipatsumo, Ipeiko, Dora is a Hanemon 6,000 all as dealer.
There's the Ipeiko. Look, see, there it is.
There it is. You manifested, Davina. So you see, the thing is, the first hanchan just needed to score Monghan or higher just to make the scoring easier.
Oh, and she opens with the pair of White Dragon.
Yes, Haku pair.
We have an 8 Bamboo Dora.
And Kevin with a red 5. Here we go. So some pretty solid shapes. Good blocks. Okay, East 2. Still in East 2? Max.
Looked like Christian had an 8 of Bamboo.
Great. And a good Conchan fill for Kevin. But yes, yeah, so still even across the table on the other side, except for Max with the Opidopes, still in first, increasing his lead. And Kevin
With a lot of Pinzu.
So Amy here, let's see, hands are kind of progressing, picking up better tiles. Oh, there's a connection for Calvin, completing that 5, 6, 7 shape. Did someone call? Or did we just move? Okay, I think the camera just went to the wrong player. And
oh, there's the fill
for Christian. Let's go. a Junchan chance if he decides to force it. That's all terminals, so all of the shapes have a 1 or 9 in them. And with the door being a 9 pin, or 9 so, like, not a bad idea.
No, it's 8 so.
Oh my gosh, 8 so. Yes, it is.
I know I needed to get used to that when I started watching N League because I think in some video games they show the indicator and some they show the Dora on the side, so just getting used to which one's which.
Right, right. I should know better. Okay, but Christian keeping some strong floaters, still trying to progress the hand. So he could decide to drop one of the floaters here, drop the Kanchan. Yep, drops the Dorazuji. Oh, there you go. He's
Okay,
expanding horizontally here, Calvin.
so
So
that 5-mon looks like it's all by itself. What would be the reason why he's keeping that?
it is a strong floater, so if he doesn't think one of his other shapes will fill as easily, then he would keep it. Or if there's overlap of acceptance, if like two and sides, like two different blocks, or want the same tile, you're being inefficient. Amy progressing slowly, and Christian with a 4th pair. Chitoy? But I don't think he wants it because he wants to use the Dora. There we go. So he might hedge Junchan here because he has the pairs of the 1s and the 9s. He can call them, open the hand.
I also like seeing the different orders in which different people organize their suits because it's not the same. Like different people put them in different orders. Some people are consistent. Some people it's just how did the hand open. I just think that's like a really fun detail to look at when I'm watching N League.
Right, right. Especially when there's some people that sort based on their blocks or shapes and not by their suits. Sometimes if I do that, I'm afraid that I'm going to miss a shape unless all of the tiles are next to each other. So I will keep all my things together. Okay, so Kanchan fill, going to drop the Penchan. So still kind of slow moving. Nobody's really that close yet. And Christian's still holding on to this 5-pin.
Oh, there's now 7-mon to be a friend to that 5-mon. That's fun.
Right, so now he has Tanyao and a Sanshoku chance in the 5-6-7 shape. And Kevin Yaman upgrade with the 4-5. Amy still has not been able to pawn this Haku. And I actually don't see it in anyone else's hand, so it's just hiding in the wall somewhere.
I feel like all of the honor tiles just had so much fun in the last Hanchan, they're just taking a break. We had so much Honitsu chance in that last Hanchan.
We really did. We really did. Calvin has a good Yushanten though. So he and Kevin look like they're the closest to Tenpai right now. Yes. Kevin is also has Yushanten now with good acceptance.
Oh wow.
So that's an
Amy now has
upgrade.
2 Onkos.
Yeah, so she is also Ishanten. Basically, they're all Ishanten except for Christian. Okay, that's an upgrade if he decides to keep it. Nope, nope. Or maybe it's not an upgrade. I think he knows something I don't. And that is Tenpai.
Ooh.
He decides to take it. She would be waiting Kanchan 5 so. So looking around pawn. Yep. We're gonna
There
take
she
it.
goes.
And I actually don't know if I remember seeing too many. Oh wait, no, yes. Calvin had 2. And he also draws into Tenpai, but he would have to drop the 5-so to take it, I believe. He's thinking really hard about this. And he denies that Tenpai, because he would also lose Tanyao with that as well. So he would lose value, bad weight. I respect the choice.
If you were looking at Amy's discards right now, what would help you in terms of avoiding her Riichi?
Well, starting with Genbutsu first for sure, just, you know, what's out there, which fortunately she has a good amount out. Oh, there we go. That's a connection. I feel like, would anyone put, oh, there's the third 5-so. Is that Tenpai? I think it is if he cuts the 4-so. I have to look at his hand again.
And then he would be waiting on the 6th mon?
6 mon, yes. And
Oh,
he decides
and
to
nope.
reject Tenpai again. So now Kevin is deciding if he wants to open. Yep, he takes it. And now he can decide to, yep, pushes the 2-pin. Now he's Tenpai 4-7 mon for Tanyao.
Oh, and there's the deal in immediately.
Wow. If only we could all read the wall like that. On the other hand, if he had passed the chi, he could have drawn it and then Riichi chased. But then we don't know if he would have won.
I feel like they all hit Tenpai so like back to back, because all of a sudden it was just waiting for Tenpai and then they all hit it.
The average Tenpai, I think it happens around, what is it, turn 9, 10? So that beginning middle of the second row. So even if you're not the one that's Tenpai, you should be thinking that somebody around the table is possibly Tenpai or at least close. Calvin with a pair of Hatsu. So we have one home. Oh wait, no, we passed the dealership. Okay, wait.
I believe Dora is west. That looks like the south tile.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I just was thinking what was happening with the score update if I had missed something. We have an Itsu chance for Kevin. Oop. Good shapes. Fast looking hand for Amy. Okay shapes for Christian, but a lot of room for improvement.
Calvin has one Dora.
Yep, and he completed that round man. Ooh, another shape upgrade. So now Amy is Ishanten. Was that a 4-mon cut? I wonder.
That was interesting.
This time. So, Kevin, upgrade there.
You know, watching Saki, I always loved how the different characters had their own little special little ability related to Mahjong. If you were a Saki character, what do you think your little ability would be, or what do you want it to be?
You know what? I actually don't remember very much of Saki. I know I watched it, and I don't really remember a lot of it. But oh, I really like the captain's, like, even though it's illogical, like choosing the worst weight, but then wins on it. Like the weight with the fewer outs. Oh, we have Tenpai here.
Yes.
And we're going to Donna on 5-pin. Likely waiting for an upgrade, connecting to the 6-pin. And then would likely... Oh, and there's a red 5.
There is one. I think that was the only one so far.
Oh, here we go. Here's the upgrade.
Oh no, there's one in the discard.
So, Riichi Pinfu, waiting on 5-8 pin. Christian, unfortunately, does not have much value. Bad shapes. I think he's...
Calvin has 1 8-pin. Kevin has a 5-8. So that's... And there's 1 in discard. So half... 4 of her weights are dead.
Mm-hmm. So Kevin can keep pushing here. He has Tanyao. Tanyao Dora.
I always
And
feel like that first row Riichi just opens up this Roan obstacle course and they just didn't even give you the courtesy of telling you how to get through it, and you're just trying to avoid all the obstacles. There's another 5-pin. Oh, and there's the deal in from Kevin into Amy.
so that's Riichi, Pinfu, Dora.
With an aura. She could have 1 aura on the 9 cell.
So that's 8,000 from Kevin into Amy. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the hand for too long, but I'm pretty sure that it was Riichi,
Like,
Pinfu, or Dora.
9 Mon as Dora, and Calvin has 1.
Yeah, it's always nice to open with Dora when you are the dealer.
Amy has 1 too. And she has a pair of white.
Right. Oh, Christian, yes, we have a completed shape. Oh, wait, using the Dora. That is good. Much better than the last hand. And Kevin has... Oh, he is not west. He is not west. Okay. The dealer indication of the red box has not moved yet. Potentially some technical difficulties with our overlay.
We will hold the fort. Oh, and then Dora pickup for Kevin with a connection in a full shape.
Oh. So it looks like we missed the fact that Christian forgot to draw his first tile in the last hand. So he was dead-handed. So that makes more sense why he was playing the way he was playing. Very sad. So with this particular table, it gives you most of your tiles, except when you're dealer, you still have to draw your draw tile. And we also misscored the last hand. It was 330 for 3,900. Not the Mongon.
There's a fill for Christian with that 5 Mon.
Oh, South 1. We are in the South round at table 2, and Max is still holding on to the lead. Cody right behind him. Quincy in 3rd, Andres in 4th. Good for you, Cody. Run it back. Run it back.
That's so nice for Cody. He gets to have a little bit of a better time that hanchan.
There we go. Good shape upgrade. Ishan 10. Good acceptance for Christian.
Pairing up that 7 Mon. That's a lot of pairs now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs now.
Yep. So that is Ishan 10 for Chitoy. We are manifesting the pairs, Davina.
Yes. And look, a pair of 1 pin now.
Another Hibeko chance. Except.
Will she keep it?
But she wants to keep the red 5. Or will she shove Dora now? She looked like she was thinking about it. Yep.
Oh, there it is. There it goes. Bye, Dora. Oh, nice fill.
Senpai. We have Pinfu Dora. Let's go. Riichi Pinfu Dora waiting on 3 6-pin. There's 2 in Calvin's hand. Rough. And
and Kevin has 1 of each.
So that's 4 so far. And if Calvin keeps pushing Chitoy, and there's another 3. So there's 3 tiles left for Christian. But if Calvin keeps pushing the 7 pairs to Chi-Choi, then he's not going to drop those 6s. And especially not when there was a 7p cut right before the Riichi.
Oh, that's good for Kevin. Not good for Triad.
Oh, and another 6-pin draw. I think only 2 tiles left. We believe. We believe. There's 2 more on the wall. Christian can do it. But let's see. If Calvin hits Tenpai, I do believe he will chase, but I'm not sure if he would actually Riichi or just Dama Tenpai. So, because when you're Chi-Toi Tenpai, you can just keep switching out that last one.
How far into the discards do you start looking at potential for someone going for Nagashi Magan?
Well, Nagashi has to be like consistent. Like you have to be doing it the whole time. You
What was it? Because I think it's
does anyone have a Nagashi chance?
Kevin right now.
Oh, you are correct. He does, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
not
he didn't
anymore.
like it.
Never mind.
I was gonna say that was ironic because Kevin denied me Nagashi a couple times before I finally hit it. Oh, and there's
Another pair.
Okay, so he dropped a pair at some point when I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that is...
Oh, the deal in from Kevin into Christian
Let's go.
with Ura.
Ura! Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, Ura. Okay, this one's actually this time I'm I can count! I can count! So Springo got Rond by Christian, 8,000. And now
4
we
pin
are...
is Dora.
So we are now in South 1. Oh,
Kevin has 1 Dora. With some opportunity to connect that.
Looking like a Pinfu kind of hand. Amy is looking like a Chanta hand. So honors and terminals in all of your shapes.
Another Dora
Ooh,
here in Christian's hand.
with a pair of Chun. Let's go. The question is, would he pawn if it drops? I think he would. Another honor tile for Amy. Doesn't want it.
Pairs up at 9.
Yeah, so Kevin at least has Dora acceptance with the 4-6 shape. Amy. Let's see if she confirms the Chanta. Yep. Oh, pair Dora.
Oh,
Let's
pair of
go.
Dora.
That's 4 pairs.
I will just continue to hope for the Chi toy.
Please, I still need the Kansai Chi toy. I don't think anybody's even close to that though. I will be very happy the day I finally get to pay my bounty. Oh, oh wait, no. Wrong dragon. He already cut that. Oh, progressing slowly. Oh, red 5 draw. And we cut the 9 pin. We can at least get Tanya. And Amy Cheese. Going for that Chanta. Christian here. He's got 6 blocks. Probably thinking about dropping 1. Okay, we're starting with the 2 Mon. So he's hedging pairs, pawnable shapes. Calvin here looking like a Pinfu hand.
Yeah, with learning the Yaku, I'm still trying to remember which ones you can open and which ones you can't. But I think
Oh,
it's always such a breath of relief when I can just open a hand and not have to be so scared about calls.
yeah. Surprisingly, you can open most Yaku. It would be better just to remember with the ones you can. But Amy paired up the Haku, and Kevin has the single. Yep, there it drops.
And that's a
Amy
good
pawns.
connection to his
Yep,
Dora.
pawn, Tenpai, Kanchan on the 2-pin. That would be. And Christian called as well. Otozuke with for the tune. So, which means he wouldn't have a Yaku unless he pawns the tune. Tatsu, Amy.
Oh, Dora pickup.
Ooh,
That's an upgrade for her to
yeah,
5-pin now.
there we go. There we go.
That's a good fill for Christian.
And there's a pair of 2s here. I don't think Calvin's cutting those. Kevin, cheese to fill the Kanchan. He's probably trying to do Tanyao and to keep his dealership. He needed to speed up his hand, deciding which shape to cut. Decided to go with that one. And Amy sumos Haku Dora.
That's so nice when you get to sumo on the Dora. Oh no, sorry. That's
1,500.
Dora's 4-pin.
Dora is the 4-pin. She drew the 4-pin for the shape upgrade. Okay, and now South 2. So Amy's still continuing with a strong lead. Christian with a solid second place. Calvin right behind him. And Kevin right behind as well. All within good striking distance of each other, though, so a lot of things may change. South 2 as well at the table 2. Max continuing with his lead. Cody right behind. Quincy in third, and Andres fourth. I really, really hope for good things for Cody. Such injustice. I understand the pain.
It doesn't look too bad.
And
On this table, the destroyer battleship is definitely forging ahead. Let's see. It's like Kevin had a
Dora.
pair of his wind.
Ooh, and Christian with a Dora pair. Oh, 2 dragons. 1, 2, 3.
2 pairs of
4.
dragons.
What is the cut here? 7p?
I like when the Dora are
Right.
these terminal tiles because it really makes, at least for me, I think it really makes the players have to think hard about like keeping it or using it in really fun, interesting ways.
Right. When you're a spectator, definitely interesting. When you're a player, why?
It's another pair for Christian.
Oh, is that the 5th pair for Calvin? He's Chito Ishanten again. We're manifesting all the pairs. Oh, somebody pwned. Never mind.
Calvin pwned the green dragon, it looks like.
Okay.
And
Amy. Solid shapes, but not really callable. Oh,
okay.
paper pants. But we're confirming the door pair. I like it. I like it. And another pair for
Another
Calvin.
pair.
If he had Fate, he could have had Chitoy.
He can pivot to Toy Toy now.
Yes, he can. And it's definitely easier to just
Ooh,
open
nice
your hand.
fill.
Kanchan Phil, let's go. Eventually, I think Christian's gonna drop that tune. And hopefully it's a pon and not a ron. Always prefer a pon, not a ron. Oh, shape upgrade for Amy and a 5-6.
Oh,
7.
Ipeco!
Oh, Ipeco confirmed. Let's go. Okay, Christian. What are we gonna do here? Oh, and they have their Christmas tree up. Nice. I have to go see it sometime. Understandably, Calvin Pons. Now, which shape is he gonna cut? Yep. So now he's gonna have Hatsu Chun, Honitsu with a Toy Toy chance. If he gets the Toy Toy, it's a Hanemon. But at least a Mangan with the Hatsu Chun, Honitsu. Christian, though, oh, he's shoving it, and it passes. I appreciate it, Christian. Triads, we need all the guts. We can't be afraid right now. We need points. And we are expanding horizontally with the Sozu shape. South 3 for table 2. Quincy came back a bit. Still just shy of Cody. Andres now falling behind. Max still in first. It's going to be sweaty over there in table 2. Amy calling. Tanya looks like.
Another Pinzu, but not one he needs.
Right. And he already cut the 7-pin earlier. And Calvin is pretty clearly holding on to Monzu.
Another pair for Kevin. I think that was 5 pairs.
Mm-hmm. He is Chitoi Shanten. We are manifesting all of the Chitoi Davina.
Oh. A Chi for Calvin.
Okay.
2-5 Mon. Tenpai?
Yes, 2-5 Mon, but I believe his weight might be dead. There's 2 5s here. Oh, 1 5 and 3 2s. Okay, so there's 1 2 and 1 5 left. Is the East is once cut. Oh, we're gonna shove the 6 Mon, and Calvin's gonna pass it. Does not want to Tonki wait. Okay, but yes, I think there's only 1 5 and 1 2 Mon left for Calvin.
He'll just have to believe.
Okay, so yep, the East is once cut. Yep, passes. Red 5 so. Oh, yep, understand. Shoves it anyway. It passes.
I'm really liking the face cam upgrade for this season of End League. It's been highly entertaining.
I love it too. Oh, and there's the last 5 Mon. Only a 2 Mon is left for Calvin. But thank you again, Riichi City, for letting us host our donation bonanza on their platform, which enabled us to have these face cams. South, twice cut. Yeah. Oh, thrice cut. So that was the last one. Pretty safe. And Manzu? Okay, one Mon. There's the other tone. Ooh. Choices here. Oh no, wait.
Will he go for the Sean?
Calvin cheated the 2 Mon, so his weight is actually dead. If he kept the Ryeonmin.
Oh, but he keeps it.
Yep. So his weight is dead unless something crazy happens.
It's so sad when you don't know your weight is dead. I wonder how that feels, Christy.
Oh my goodness. Such relatable pain. And he would have won if he had another chance.
Oh, he had another chance. The wall was believing in the spirit of Christmas and tried to give him another way out, and he denied it.
Amy here has a chance for Tenpai if she takes it. but she would have to shove a Monsu. And she would have to decide if she wants the Rionman, the Champon, or break Tenpai.
Oh.
Does not take Tenpai. Oh, and now
Ooh.
we have hit Tenpai. We have Ipeko, Dora 2. We can Dama here as well.
And
but
be on the 3-6
we are triad. Are we going to settle for less?
He's thinking.
He's hearing me in his head right now. Christian,
Oh my gosh,
you
are those
know.
mahjong tile ornaments? Those are super cute.
Right? I think that's a former set that was not in good shape. Yep,
Riichi
Riichi. Are we gonna open?
closed.
Riichi closed. So
3-6.
we have Riichi, Pinfu, Ipeko, Dora 2.
There's 1-6-0 in Kevin's hand. I see 2 3-0s in the discards.
We have 7 tiles left. 6. What did we draw? 4 pin. Is Calvin going to break Tenpai? Or will he keep pushing? I respect it.
Okay, I think there's 3 tiles left for Christian.
Oh, is that another 6?
Oh, that's another 6. So there might only be 1 or 2 tiles left. Amy's got to make some decisions.
I don't think she's touching any of the Monzu because of Calvin. But the 6 Mon did pass earlier. This is a tough decision to make. I do not envy being in her position. Shoves the 6 Mon.
And it passes.
No! The wrong Sozu. And there's only 1 tile left after this. Does he keep Tenpai?
Oh,
nope. Abandoned
breaks
ship.
it.
Ah!
Oh!
That was the tile he needed. But Christian
But at
gets
least now
3,000
Christian
to
was the
do
only one
one.
Tenpai.
Yes, exactly. And that is our dealership. In South 3, 7 pin is the Dora. What is our high pie? Oh, I see pairs.
There's a 7 pin in Calvin's hand.
Okay, I guess we'll figure it out. Rionman. Dora acceptance with the 6 pin, 3 pairs.
That's a lot of Mansu. And we've got some
Yes,
big
it is.
Homba on the table.
We have 2,500 in the pot. But if
Calvin with
Christian
176.
can pair up any of those Yakuhai, speed up that hand as well.
Oh, that's a fill for Kevin.
On Phil, fast looking hand there. Amy has a pair of her seat wind, the north. We connect to the 7-0. Yep, we're just ditching the 6 pin. We're going for speed. It's our dealership.
I always think it's so satisfying when you can just keep winning on that dealership. And I believe, yeah, Christian had a really good dealership once upon a time, I hear.
Yes, last season. But I don't want to jinx him. We're just gonna see what happens. Oh, we got the Onko.
South 4 for table 2.
All last. Max still holding on to that first place. Cody holding on to second. Quincy still right behind, only 600 points behind. And Andres fighting from fourth.
Opie Dopes just will not be stopped. That dog has its bone and it won't let it go.
Unstoppable! Unstoppable, these OPs. They can share some with the rest of us. But I oh wait, here we go. Amy pawns her pay.
Ooh, another
Another
Manzu, but
Manzu.
not connected to anything.
But it is a better floater. Another tune. Amy just looking to complete her shapes. Oh, a pair.
Seems like only 2 of the 7 pin are out right now.
An extra 2 pin. We're gonna keep the bulging shape. Yusong didn't get a chance to use this line. Okay, are we gonna keep going with the Manzu? Or are we gonna keep the Ryanman? Oh, we're ditching the Ryanman.
Really get that Chinitsu practice in.
Yes. That is definitely a bonus that Riichi that the N League does not have a timer, so you can take your time evaluating your shapes. But I do see that the one sew's already twice cut, so I understand cutting that shape.
Nice fill for Amy.
Haku. Oh, shape upgrade with the Dora for Kevin. Four pin. Don't need it. If only Amy could feed Christian some Manzu.
He just really needs to feel that Christmas spirit.
There we go. Is he gonna take it? Yep, that he
Yes,
does.
he does.
We're opponent. So he could also pivot Toy Toy if he really wanted to.
I
But
really
he
like
would
Toy
lose a
Toy. I think
significant
Toy Toy is just so nice and fun.
but he
It's
would lose a lot of
satisfying.
value. The Chinitsu is worth a lot more. He'd be dropping from 5 Han to 2.
I see, I see.
But it's worthwhile if he can keep his dealership and get the big home buff. Oh, Kevin. He fills that Kanchan. Right. So we can now accept 2, 5, 8 Mon, and I think that I missed the shape in
Ooh,
the
Anko of the 7. That is now Tenpai on the 3-mon.
he is
Was that a
Tenpai,
Yaku?
but it's Yakulus.
I see.
So Kevin can, yep, he shifts it over. So 2, 5 Mon, 5, 6, 8 pin, and 6 Mon to get Tenpai. Da 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 da.
I also think it's super cool that Riichi Nomi has this cool auto table where it keeps track of the scores too.
Right. I think a lot of, well, I don't know about a lot, but there's definitely a lot of auto tables out there that do scoring. And if I ever get my own auto table, I definitely would want a scoring one. If I'm gonna shell out the money for it, I would like a scoring one. Such a quality of life improvement. So Kevin just looking for Tenpai.
Oh, Amy gets a nice fill.
I think she was Tenpai Tonki weight on the 9 mon. And Kevin hits Tenpai.
Ooh, fill with that 5.
And on the red 5
Yeah.
draw 2.
He's
That's
got 2 of them.
Yeah, definitely a good draw when you're coming back from 4th.
How much value would Kevin need to try and really get back in the mix?
Well, to get second, he needs 20K to at least be positive for this hanchan. 40K to get to Amy.
Yeah,
But
Amy has one of the 5 mons. Christian has one of the 2 mons.
yeah, Christian's still hanging on to his Tempai. So we have Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 3. So we are already at 5 Han, and if he gets upgrade.
Oh. But that
But
2
he can
mon
deal
and
in.
the 5 mon would deal in.
No, Christian.
That's so sad.
On his dealership. But it's still
On
Yakulus, and he's gonna deal in.
Oh, he deals in.
So Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 3, Nora. So still a Mongon, 8,000 becomes 95. Christian
With the
in
Homba.
No. So
Oh,
sad.
so sad.
We have dropped into 3rd, but it's a close game. Close game for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
We are in all last with 4 pin as the Dora again.
So almost any hand from Kevin, Christian, or Calvin could get them the 2nd.
Calvin had 1 4 pin. Oh, final score for table 2. Opie Dopes runs away with it yet again.
2 firsts for the Opies. Quincy eked out 400 points over the Penguins to get 2nd. Cody 3rd. Andres could not recover 4th place. Kevin with the Pair of the South. Christian, Itsu Chance in the Monzu.
And just got another one.
Right.
Seems like Calvin's the only one with Dora right now.
It's floating though, so it may come out. Kevin, Yaku Haipon, he's trying to run away with 2nd. Definitely going to be putting pressure on Christian and Calvin. And Christian, another Ipeco chance. Isu chance in the Monzu, Ipeco chance in the Pinsu. Calvin with Pair Shaw, Pair Pay, but neither of them are his wind.
It's like Amy has potential Sanshoku chance.
Right, with the 1, 2, 3 shape. And we have
Another
Pair
Monzu.
Formon. I believe that's Ishan 10 for Christian. There. And another pair. Still keeping that Sanshoku chance alive. Calvin, another pair.
He has a lot. He has
5 pairs. So he can. Is this the 3rd or 4th time he's 5 pairs choose?
It's at least the 3rd time.
Whoever in chat that we would manifest all of the chi toys. They were correct.
Amy cheated for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, here we go. We are 10.
Another pair. Will we finally see the chi toy?
Will he Dama though? Oh, he's going to send it. Dora Tonki. Riichi, P-Toy, Dora for a Hanemon.
That would
But
be exciting.
right, that is the kind of bold move he needs to get from fourth, out of fourth. Christian is thinking about what is the cut here. If he cuts Genbutsu, he moves back in Shanten.
Yeah, it's another first row Riichi. It's like the Squid Game glass bridge, except they don't even show you what the safe tiles are. You just gotta go for it.
Right. At least it's not like the first or second tile. It's got a whole row. At least force Uji to. Okay. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Big
sumo!
sumo. And did he hit? No, he did not hit Ura.
No, he did not hit Ura.
But Riichi Patsumo, Chitoi, Dora 3. He hit the Baimon.
Let's go, Chitoi Baimon.
Oh my goodness. That's 8,000 all.
Wow! Oh,
He
just 400 points away from first. So close.
wow. Wow, wow, wow.
It's not over till it's over in Mahjong. He is dealer. He gets to go again.
Did we miss this when we talked about Christian's Southport dealership? Come
The
back.
tides have turned on the battleship. Can they maintain their first?
Ah, Christian again.
Wow.
Wow. Calvin was feeling very satisfied with his choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 terminals and honors. Is he gonna go for it?
Wow.
He's gonna hedge it at least for a little bit.
I'm still stunned.
I know, right? The Ipatsutsumo on the Dora Tonki. Oh, painful, painful.
Well, Christian's got a good looking hand so far, from what I can see, but I don't know how good my eyes are in Riichi.
Sorry, my phone dropped. What was the question?
I was saying his hand looks like it's going pretty good.
Yes, yes. We have some good shapes, but we don't really have a strong path to value so far. That's the only problem.
Mm. And unfortunately for Calvin, I think a lot of those one mons are already out. So like, okay, looks like he's pivoting away from the Kokushi chance.
Right, right. Yeah, it was definitely going to be extra hard with one mon as the Dora. But Christian, the goat draws would be some red fives.
Ooh, a fill for
Tanya.
Kevin.
Ah, goodness. Where is he gonna go? Okay, yep. So we're gonna drop the extra tile there. Amy could easily run away with this with a Tanya hand. Alvin pairs up the south, I think? Yes, he
Yes,
does.
pairs up himself.
And has not been cut yet. So he could also run away with this if he can pwn the south. I'm getting
Not quite
feedback that people appreciate your commentary, Davina.
Oh, I'm thankful.
Okay, so Amy has a 6, 7, 8 San Shoku chance, also 5, 6, 7. She can decide. She could do a Tanya Pinfu here. Although if she gets the 1 Mon or 9 pin, she loses the Tanya. Interested to see what she decides to cut here. I'm not sure what I would go with, actually.
And when you have a lot of these tiles that are just all kind of in the middle numbers and they're not floating too far away.
Okay, so she's gonna keep the wider acceptance in the other shapes. Oh, Christian.
Looks
We
like
have
he's opening up for
opened.
Tanya.
If we can at least get to third, maybe he will be happy with that. Oh,
Oh,
and
that's
there's
a
the
fill for
fail.
Amy.
Twinning. We did
This
that
puts, I
twinning
believe,
for
two
action, right?
Shanten.
Well, if she once she cuts it, she'll be Ishanten.
I see.
She's waiting on 5/8 mon 6/9 pin. Okay, we have a good fill there.
Calvin also gets a fill with the 1, 2, 3 so.
It was a little fast. I could not. I don't think Christian was Tenpai yet. Ooh,
Ooh.
Itsumo. Oh, he was Tenpai on the 2/5. So Tanyao Dora with the Anko. I think that's exactly 10. Yeah, should be 1,500 becomes 1,500, 1,000.
And with the Homba too, that helps Triad get their way back up to third, it looks like.
Yes, we definitely Gyakuten third. So not as bad as it could have been. So solid. I appreciate it. Good job, Christian. Oh my gosh, Calvin could not get to first. He was so close. That was such a crazy hand.
He was chasing after that boat and just couldn't make it.
I guess the sours, they float in the water, but they're not sinking any ships.
Definitely soured his chances with Christian getting that sumo.
And Amy doesn't really drink. That must have been it. She doesn't succumb to the alcohol.
But the general of the destroyers has proven that she can eke out a first. So
Happy for my fellow female Riichi Nomi member. Sad Christian couldn't hang on, but it is what it is. He got the first in the first hanchan. So we should see what this does for our standing, if they're updated already.
how many more weeks are there in the league?
This is week 9. We have 7 more weeks for 16.
So still a lot of game to play, still a lot of points to gain. Things can change really quickly with Mahjong, as we saw with that one hand by Calvin. All these standings might not be the same by the end of the season.
Right. So it looks like Destroyers have retaken their 6th place back from Team Yakumen with that first. So Amy's definitely succeeded in her mission of coming back from that 4th in the first table of tonight. Well, this was very, very fun. Happy to have done some commentary with you.
Yeah, we got to see our Chi toy. We got to see some Ipeiko. We definitely got to have our twin content today in Mahjong.
I think maybe one of the strongest Chi toys we've seen. Crazy business. To all those
Such a
Chi toy
bold
haters.
doorway.
Okay, so we'll see you not next week because we with scheduling issues, there will be no on-stream games or Queens games next week. If I remember correctly, let me pull up our Nomi League calendar. Our next game will be in Astoria the Monday on the 16th. the next live stream game will be in 2 weeks on the 20th, and we will also have a guest commentator on that stream. So keep your eyes out, ears out for those announcements.
And if you don't want to miss that other fun stream with the next guest commentator, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you get those push notifications. Always helps me remember when the stream's going on, because I'm out here on the West Coast. That it helps me remember what time of it's happening, to keep track of all these amazing games of Mahjong.
Yes, we are the largest Riichi Mahjong club in America. So no matter where you are, you can join in and support us.
And if you join the Discord, you can join in some online play and play with all of these lovely players online as well, including other members that aren't on any of the teams but are still members of the club.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.